Nope. It's not Sunday, y'all. I know everybody looked at the calendar, didn't they? They had to take a look and say, wait, what happened?
Especially with this live in-studio guest of yours.
Ours. Look.
And ours.
We will take you anytime, any day of the week. Miss Pam Morris Walton. Welcome to the afternoon show.
Does it sound good to you?
Yes, it does.
Sound good to you?
I love it.
I saw you moving. I saw you smile.
We're going to give some people some housekeeping stuff. Look, I'm Dr. LaDonna Raeh, and I want to welcome you guys to the afternoon show with former state rep Ken Dunkin is in the building. He is back. Somebody had you tied up in their show yesterday. We're just passing you around, right? Pass the key, pass the Dunkin', right? Okay, so, but Chicago runs on Dunkin'. Watch this. So, of course, we want you to share the show if you're on Facebook Live. And of course, you can hit those phone lines, 773-591-1690. I'm talking fast because.
Girl, say it again. That was so good.
773-591-1690. Matt was talking forever, so I don't really have much time, but it is Pam Morris Walton Day coming this particular Saturday. Saturday should be every day, if you ask me.
That is the fact.
We're so happy to have you on the show, breaking the news right here on the afternoon show. But we got to get right to it, Miss Pam Morris Walton. We got something we want you to hear.
You have
no. We got something we need you to hear. I know we got something for.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, absolutely. Take a listen.
City of Chicago for her decades of service to the city and for helping to make Chicago's annual Gospel Music Festival what it is today. She is credited for shaping the festival's scale, its reach, and its impact, and for bringing more than 2,500 artists to Chicago. Some of the biggest names in gospel music, such as legendary Shirley Caesar, multi-Grammy winners Donnie McClurkin, Kirk Franklin, and the Clark sisters. And the list goes on and on.
After you've done all you can,
she was hired by Mayor Richard M. Daley to work in the mayor's office of special events. With passion and precision, she also coordinated Daley's annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Interfaith Breakfast, further cementing her influence in the city's interfaith community. In tandem, she enjoyed a successful broadcast radio career that spans for more than 40 years.
Pam Morris Walton on Flight 1690 with music to help you on your journey on the station America listens to. WVON. Good morning, everybody.
That journey started near Charleston in St. Albans, West Virginia. She says it was her Aunt Mabel who taught her confidence, discipline, and the benefits of hard work. Also, the fact that Aunt Mabel took her to church almost 5 to 6 times a week.
And I had to be there, and I gave my very best. I had to memorize Golden Texas. I had to learn the books of the Bible, which I still know. I had to do a lot of things that people don't do today. And that helped me. She even told me that I would do well in life because you're willing to listen. And my Aunt Mabel looked at me and said, you can do it. You can be a broadcaster because you've got the goods inside of you. That's what my Aunt Mabel told me. And I guess I kept going at it. And God bless me. And I feel good about it because totally I'm over 50 years in radio because of Stevie Wonder and being hired at KJLH years ago, actually 5 decades ago. And then Chicago radio in my 41st year.
WVON's president and CEO Melody Span Cooper says she picked up the phone one day and personally offered Pam Morris Walton a job.
Well, my journey to WVON was I was working and the job had ended at another one of our sister radio stations. And Melody had heard me and offered me the opportunity to be at a station that's Black owned and Black operated. And I said, oh my God, I'm here.
I knew her reputation in Chicago. She was so well respected. We were starting to play gospel music on Sunday. And who else would you want? I mean, that's like not having a leading quarterback available and you don't bring them to your team. So it was an easy ask for me. And I'm so glad she said yes. But Pam, at that point, had already established herself as a leading force in gospel music in Chicago.
WVON's history is rooted deeply in the blues and gospel music. Chicago is his birthplace. Southern musicians who came to the city through the Great Migration blended the blues with Negro spirituals and created a whole new genre. Melody Span Cooper says it was a natural fit to have Pam Morris Walton, one of the best in the business, to bring gospel music and inspirational conversation to the talk of Chicago.
Well, Chicago being who it is to the gospel community, Dorsey, Albertina Walker, the Caravans.
Give me the Caravan Reunion. Shirley Caesar, Albertina Walker, Inez Andrews, Dolores Washington, and the Reverend James Cleveland. I said, Mary, Mary, don't you Papa, don't you moan. Oh, Papa, don't you moan.
Isabel Joseph Johnson, people don't realize it. That's who shoes Pam is walking in. Isabel Joseph Johnson, for a lot of people who are listening to VON, she was gospel music in the city of Chicago many years ago when VON was in its heyday. And so that's why we're celebrating her. Is so many of our legends leave us, and there are people listening to me right now have never heard of Isabel Joseph Johnson. I don't want that to happen to Pam Morris because she is too important to the gospel fiber of this city. Not only what she's done on the air for the past 40 years, but the evolution of the Gospel Music Festival in its association with Chicago. She did not start it. It was started by Sasha Dalton did, and should be recognized for that. But Pam was very instrumental in the growth of the Gospel Festival. She took that Gospel Festival from the South Side to the heart of Chicago, downtown, so everybody could be exposed to it. And that's the art form. Gospel music is for everybody.
Pam Morris Walton is affectionately known as the Gospel Sister. She has done for the city what a caring big sister would do. That is to deeply connect with her listeners, inspire them, and to share her personal life and health journey with the goal of helping others.
I am the living with the unthinkable, a heart transplant, and the soul of a young man who in death gave me life almost 10 years ago. And I'm living with no rejection and no infection. I was short of breath. I was fatigued. I was tired. I didn't know what was going on. And the next thing I know, I had passed getting a stent or a pacemaker. The only thing that would save my life would be a new heart. And someone has to die to get a new heart. And death is non-negotiable. But what God did is he saved my life with a man at 20 years old who saved 7 lives with his organs. Be a donor, everybody. Please be a donor, because I am a donor living with a donor's heart. Some things you can still live and donate. You can donate a kidney, you can donate a lung, you can donate other things, but not a heart. It's made a difference in my life.
She authored a book about her heart transplant entitled 57 Days, The Wait for a New Heart Sparks a Spiritual Journey of Faith and Love. The walls in her Southside home are covered with plaques, certificates, and photos of dignitaries, including U.S. presidents and South African President Nelson Mandela, and of course, some of the most famous gospel artists in the world. In between her achievements, she raised 2 sons, John and Kenneth, enjoys watching her 4 grandchildren develop and grow, and shares her life and faith with her devoted husband, Reverend Frank Walton, of Third Baptist Church and president of the American Baptist Churches of Metro Chicago. Because of her, thousands have made Chicago's Gospel Fest a summer destination. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is honoring her. He'll give her flowers, but we will give her the last word.
We need to be kind. We need to share and do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I mean that with all of my heart. People don't understand me sometimes. They say, she can't be for real. Yes, I am. I was born in West Virginia up on the hill. Okay? And I cannot help but be the person I am. I am for real. I tell the truth that we don't hear enough of today. Pam Morris Walton, your gospel sister, loving you. And you can't do a thing about it. This is on the station America listens to, WVON.
For WVON, I'm Annette Flournoy.
Wow.
I don't believe it.
What a dedication.
I have not heard that. Oh my God.
Thank
Oh,
This is
wow.
amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
crying.
Annette.
I'm wiping
I
tears.
gotta say, listen, Pam Morris Walton,
What?
I did not know you were this heavy.
you. Mhm.
I'm reading your bio and I'm like, Durban, South Africa,
Yes.
coordinated that gospel festival.
Yes.
Arthur, Paraguay, Italy,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Perugia.
Perugia,
Italy, and
Mhm.
Turn.
you know,
Italy.
Virginia State University,
Yeah.
HBCU,
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder's radio
Yes,
station.
Yes. KJLH, kindness, joy, love, and happiness.
57 years,
now
57 days of
Yeah.
waiting on a heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And still here. She said,
young
I
heart.
am a donor living
With a donor's
with the
heart.
donor's heart. That was so compelling.
Yeah.
Pam, after hearing all of that,
Yeah.
I have to ask you many, many questions, but we got to go to break
Okay.
and we got to come back.
You got to
So
do
we
it.
got questions for you
Yes,
guys
that's
on
okay.
Facebook. Make sure you share the show and give your well wishes to Miss Pam Morris Walton and hit those phone lines with your well wishes. 773-591-1690. Maybe I said it too fast
And,
before.
she's looking good.
She's
you need
looking
to
excellent.
tune in just to look at her.
That's right.
I know she's married,
I will be right back.
but look at her.
More from Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Hey, baby. I'm your Magnolia Blues man, Sir Henry Cheatham, inviting you to join us on WVON 1690 for some real American music and culture. Here on Classic Blues and R&B. Check us out Saturday, 11 p.m. until 2 a.m. on WVON and Classic Blues and R&B.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
It's Rufus Williams.
Chris, good morning. Welcome to VON.
Ain't no jive on the morning drive with Rufus Williams. Thank you, brother.
Weekdays at 7 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This report is brought to you by Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Traffic is finally slowing down Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. Dan Ryan, downtown to 95th. There is an accident on the left shoulder. Dan Ryan at 79th Street, 26 minutes. I-57 Ryan Tayeti, slow go, 17 minutes. Bishop Ford Ryan Tayeti, 94, slow go due to road work, 17 minutes. Stevenson to Sable, Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State, stop and go traffic, and please be cautious. There is an accident on the left shoulder. Stevenson at Tri-State Tollway, 43 minutes. Eisenhower Wolf to Post Office. Stop and go traffic 48 minutes. Kennedy downtown to O'Hare, slow go 47 minutes. And Eden's Montrose Lake Cook smooth sailing 15 minutes. Your weather for today, Chicago. Very comfortable, high of 72 and a low 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 77 and a low of 63. It's currently 82 degrees and partly cloudy. I'm Logan Page, and that's your traffic and weather update on WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
It is the Pam Walton show. I'm sorry, the afternoon show.
It should be. It should be.
Yes, it is the afternoon show.
Oh, this
we
music
are
is so
so
good.
happy
Oh
to have
my
you
God.
here. And she's in studio, just so you know.
I can't believe how beautiful that was.
Annette Flournoy did that. Our new
Annette
director.
I love you.
Flournoy,
Yes.
shout out. What an awesome job.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And my boss, our boss,
Yes.
Melody's fan. Melody,
Oh
I
my
love
goodness.
you.
Melody, Melody does what she do.
She does.
She's
She
another
does.
icon in this city and
She
state
is.
and the nation, actually.
Yeah, the nation.
I respect
Okay,
Melody.
because this is the only. Is this not the only one in this country? Oh no, in this state.
Absolutely.
Black owned and black operated.
Yes.
All
And
right.
if you want to be anything, you want to get elected, you want to be relevant.
You better get on the top
W-
of Chicago.
You got talking to Mike,
WBON.
Pam. You know how to do the mic.
You better get on the
She's probably had so many mics in her face.
I know she's
Please forgive
she's
me.
being real,
Please
right? She's
forgive me.
like,
Please
hey,
forgive
I gotta
me.
talk.
But you need to get on the radio.
You do.
I heard Matt McGill say something.
What'd he
He's
say?
talked about some people that lost the
Mhm.
campaign.
Mhm.
He said they didn't advertise.
They didn't advertise
That's
with
it.
us.
WBO.
Nope.
That's it.
Nope. And this is where the decision makers are, the voters, the
This
registered
where
voters.
the listeners
Yep.
are.
Yes, they
they
are.
show up.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, we're just a little black radio station. We don't-
Aha.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that out
Never
loud.
that.
It's about Pam. Okay, so Pam,
that-
Miss Pam, to me,
Yes.
after hearing all that you heard,
Yeah.
I have to ask you this. You've accomplished so much that people could easily focus on the awards and the accolades. But when you hear your own story played back like that, I looked at your face. You had to get the fan out, okay?
Right.
And a little bit of tissue. I'm just telling you all, okay?
hard.
What goes through your mind?
Wow.
What are you most grateful for today?
What I'm grateful for today is that I wake up on his wake up list
See,
every
Ooh.
morning.
teach.
And when you wake up on his wake up list, you can make it through the rest of your day.
Come on.
You got to wake up.
Mic drop. Okay,
How
well,
can
thanks
you-
for tuning in. You know?
No, but
That's-
I'm
that's-
thankful for
Let's
yeah.
life.
follow up with that.
I'm thankful
I
for
know.
life. I'm thankful for life. You have to wake up. He wakes us up in the morning. Think about the people that didn't wake up.
Yeah.
I went to 3 funerals this past weekend.
Mm.
Three.
I've done that before. That's that was one of the downfalls of being an elected official. You meet a lot of wonderful people.
Yes.
And you end up
Yeah.
hearing about so many
Mhm.
funerals.
Mhm.
That drained me, by the way.
What do you
Or
think?
and it inspired me as well.
What do you think God truly blesses you with? And I know you said you're on a wake up list. That's one thing.
Life.
Life in general.
Yeah, life. Because see, if you're breathing and you have life, you can move forward. You can do.
Mm-hmm.
You can do or you can't do. You can sit down or you can get up.
Yeah.
He blessed me with life. He gave me breath. When you stop breathing, you're gone.
Yeah.
Okay. He has blessed me. I am full of gratitude. It's running over. I'm loaded with prayer. Okay. Not just for this nation, but for us. Us. We need
Yes.
to pray.
Absolutely.
I'm about prayer because that changes things. I've done it a whole lot.
Pam,
Stop looking at me like that.
Yeah,
I want to cry.
Because
I'm
the truth
trying to
is
keep.
is
I'm,
bestowed.
no, but wait, Ken. What do you mean? Stop looking at you like that, Miss Pam?
I feel that you're hearing me.
I
And you're
am.
like, really? Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
And so many areas in this society,
Mm-hmm.
prayer is being removed, frowned upon. It's like a hidden secret, but we all know the truth.
Yeah.
And you just spoke it.
Yeah. You got to pray. A dear friend of mine named Pastor Kimberly Raeh, who prayed at the NAACP.
Okay.
Out in downtown Chicago, but she pastors Angie Ray Ministries out in the area. She wrote a book called The Postures of Prayer. So I pray walking, I pray sitting, I pray on my knees. Many ways you can pray. I pray silently, I pray openly, I pray. Do you hear what I just said? I pray. And I know prayer changes things. I know he does that. We're still surviving, you all. Look at us. Look at what is being done from the Oval Office. Why do you think I play the music I play on Sundays?
Right.
I want to uplift you. I want to encourage you. I want to make your day.
Yes.
Okay?
Not tear it down.
No.
Yeah.
Build it up.
Because we're all moving when you're on. I mean,
You heard that music.
Oh,
did you hear Titus? Did you hear what he
You know
came
what?
on? All she did was say, give us a gospel song.
That's it.
Yeah.
Titus went
You know what,
straight
Titus?
to
He knew what to
messing
go
with
to.
us. He messed with me.
You know what?
Okay?
You know, he had a praying mama apparently.
Yes,
grandparents.
Yeah. They all in this family.
Somebody, the anointing came through him.
All I know is I wanted to run around the room. Like
So,
running around the church.
Here's a question I have. What do you do, like, you know, when we come back from the break? Like when you sit next to a heathen like me?
No.
I want you to explain.
No, there's still hope for you.
Oh, explain that on the other side of the break. Miss Pam Morris Walton, guys. We'll be right back. I gotta hear this.
Right here.
You want to hear it too, guys. We're going to news, traffic, and what will it? We'll be back.
Hope you're having a wonderful day, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here's happening in your local and national news. An independent autopsy requested by the family of 18-year-old Nolan Wells has not been determined the cause or manner of his death. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump said the investigation remains ongoing while awaiting the official autopsy from the Mississippi State Medical Examiner's Office. Wells was found dead in the water of Horn Island, Mississippi on July 6 after a 4th of July weekend boating trip with his friends. Authorities are continuing to investigate the circumstances surrounding his death. In other news, Weiss Memorial Hospital has been granted a 6-month extension by the Illinois Health Facilities and Services Review Board to fix compliance and financial issues before facing possible license revocation. The Chicago Northside Hospital has been closed for nearly a year while the owner works to resolve outstanding obligations. Weiss entered a crisis in June 2025 when a broken HVAC system during a severe heat wave forced the evacuation and transfer of all inpatients. State officials say the extension gives the facility more time to address the unresolved problems. In other news, Rising Pharma Holdings is recalling 4 lots of cetrizine, hydrochloride, 5 mg tablets due to possible cross-contamination with ranitidine. The allergy medication was distributed nationwide and may pose a serious risk for people with ranitidine sensitivity, including possible life-threatening allergic reactions. Consumers who experience problems after taking the medication are urged to contact their health care provider.
I was waiting for a plug like a blessing. I remember them corner days on 12th and 22nd. I remember Airbnb.
And Fetty Wap and his girlfriend Alexia are getting married. The couple announced their engagement in an Instagram post on Monday. They shared photos of the moment Fetty popped the question, as well as the engagement ring. The engagement comes 6 months after the rapper was released from prison. I'm Logan Page, and that's what's happening in your news now on WVON 1690 AM.
It's Rufus Williams.
Harold Washington caught hell from the city council. Was it because he was black? Absolutely, without a doubt. And he came in to dismantle the machine. The challenge that we continue to have is that we don't get anyone in there beyond one term. He was only in for a term and a little bit because he died. Lloyd Lightfoot was only in for 1 term. And we don't know what Brandon Johnson is going to do. Daley's were able to be in for a longer time. They have more power, get more things done. And as well, Rahm was in for 2 terms. But does race matter in Chicago? Absolutely, as it continues to matter every place else in the country.
Weekdays at 7 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON. You never know who's going to stop by WVON.
Craig Hodges on the line with us. Craig, thank you for coming on to the show.
Thank God for us getting a chance to talk across the airwaves, brother.
Tim Hardaway on the live line with us.
Love coming back home to Chicago.
Alonzo Mourning, legendary NBA ball player. Welcome to WVON.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for having me.
We are the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON. It's Cleopatra Draper.
When you say certain things like that, it's just
I
not right.
know it's your show.
I know. That's why you called me.
I'm reading the article right here.
Yeah, but
article
you can read. But
section 2.
Yeah, but as you read in the Constitution, they are moving the goalposts. Bianca, you too old for this.
Nobody's moving the goalposts.
Oh, nobody's moving the goalposts? Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They definitely are. And you that big black hope on the 50-yard line saying, let me play.
Middays at 9 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This report is brought to you by Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Hey, Chicago, I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. Dan Ryan, downtown on 95th. There is an accident on the left shoulder. Dan Ryan at 79th Street, 29 minutes. I-57, Ryan's I-80, slow go, 16 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan's I-80, 94, slow moving traffic. Due to road work, 18 minutes. Stevenson, DuSable, Lakeshore Drive, to the Tri-State stop and go traffic, and there is 2 accidents reported. An accident reported Stevenson at Central Avenue, and an accident on the left shoulder, Stevenson at Tri-State Tollway. 42 minutes. Eisenhower Wolfto Post Office, stop and go traffic, an hour and 4 minutes. Kennedy, downtown to O'Hare, is at a snail speed, 45 minutes, and Eden's Munchos Lake Cook, smooth sailing, 16 minutes. Your weather for today: Chicago, very comfortable, high of 72 and a low of 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 77 and a low of 63. It's currently 82 degrees and partly cloudy. I'm Logan Page, and that's your traffic and weather update on WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Okay, I'm out of breath.
Work it out.
We might have to do this
So
every
you know
day.
who can work it out. You know who can work it out, right?
God.
He can work it out.
Yes, he can.
But you know that.
I do.
You are a living, walking miracle, girlfriend.
Absolutely. So are you. So
know
are
about
you.
it. Okay.
And so is Atiba.
That's right. So is.
I know.
Oh, Atiba,
Yes.
congratulations to you, honey. God bless you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
He's got a kidney.
Yes, brand new.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Okay,
That's
wait.
nothing but God.
Don't change the subject. We were talking
Okay.
about your heathen self over there
Oh, yes.
before we went to the break.
So,
Ken.
tell me. I mean, you're around a lot of saints
Yes.
and sinners. There you go.
I passed through.
but
so-
I'm a heathen and I need deliverance.
Mhm.
Right?
But do you want it?
How often do you go to church?
I go to the same church you go to.
I asked you, how often do you go?
Not enough.
Okay, there you go. You just answered.
Hey.
You answered it for yourself.
when
You
I'm
go to the Apostolic Faith Church, Dr. Horace Smith. That's
Yes,
my pastor.
yes.
That's my home church.
Yes.
Okay. So you're virtual, right? You're watching it on TV
You know what? I
when
probably-
you're not there.
I probably do that enough.
You're watching it
But
on
I'm there.
TV
I love
when you're
going.
not there, right?
I'm there several times a month, at least. I contribute every Sunday.
Okay. That's okay.
It
That's
comes
good.
out automatically.
That's good.
Right.
Well, let's
good.
bring this
And I
back.
love the
I'm
content.
gonna bring this
Okay.
back. We know that we have heathens in the building, and and they have to go their
Work it
own
out.
work. They have to. God has to work it out. But I do want to, circle back to you. Have been at you got your start, as we heard in the programming that Annette so lovely did, with Stevie Wonder's radio station, and you just kept going.
Yeah,
You kept
God's so
going.
good.
You kept going. And every time you get on the microphone for every show, not missing a beat, you always give a spiritual connection to your audience. You're not just there to play the hits,
At
right?
all.
Yeah.
We all know her voice.
Absolutely. You know her
And we love her
voice.
voice.
And because of this, you have given Chicago more than hope, because the word hope is, loosely used. You give them, I believe, everything that they need in
A
order
reason to keep going.
to keep
Yes.
A reason
going.
to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is wrong
Don't
with
stop.
moving forward? Then
Not a thing.
and then on come Monday,
Mhm.
we forget all of
We
it.
cussing.
Yep, we're back
Fussing.
to cussing, fussing, calling each other names.
I want
Because
first
it's,
off,
it's not in your heart.
And
You
that's
gotta
why
make
there's
sure it's
Pam
out of your
Morris
heart.
Day.
Your heart has to be pure. Okay. All right. And it'll be with you. See, I take what God's given me with me everywhere I go. Take the Lord along with you everywhere you go. Okay. I'm
So
good.
Pam Morris, Walton, I did not realize that you wrote or you performed, sung, and you have 2 gospel albums.
I do.
I had no. Listen,
With
I
my
was see.
children's father.
First off, we got a long history as well,
Yes.
and I've always loved you. Your energy has been magnanimously contagious.
Thank you.
With LOVE, sincerity, ain't no fake phony, just
It's real.
bona fide.
Mhm.
It's
I think that's
No,
why you
it's
look
the way I
good.
was raised. I was raised in West Virginia, right up on the hill. I get that right from Matt McGill, right? Right. I was
Mhm.
raised up on the hill in West Virginia. All right. I was raised right. I went to church. I obeyed. I did the right thing early in life. All right. So when I came down off the hill, I knew how to act.
Mhm.
Okay. I was among more people when I came down off the hill.
Right.
Okay. But I knew because of the teaching and everything that was instilled into me. Like the books of the Bible, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy,
Mm-hmm.
Joshua, Judges, the first and second. You know, I know those things. I know the Lord's Prayer. I can say it right now.
You know,
I learned it when I was a kid.
I was trying to say it just Tuesday because I lead morning prayer, and for some reason I got stuck at the trespass.
You almost got. She got struck.
I did.
She almost got struck down.
Ken Dunkin, stop.
Yeah, I got stuck there. You've been in radio for over 40 years and counting because you're
Yes.
still doing it. You
Yes.
survived a heart transplant.
Yes.
And now there's Pam Morris Day that's
Yes.
being dedicated to you
Yes.
this coming Saturday on the 25th of July. The city of Chicago, Mayor Brandon Johnson. This is quite the honor. And I feel
That is
honored
huge.
to even repeat it. You know it's coming. How did you feel when you heard about it? Like, did you go me or did you go, oh yeah, that's me?
That's
No,
right. As
it was ecstatic to hear it, and I just said, "Thank you, Jesus."
Mm-hmm.
I'm humbled and honored to be honored in such a way.
What do you do with that though? Like that honor. Where does it go from here?
You accept it and keep doing what you're doing. Just try to do it better. If there's any way possible you can do it better, do. Because, you know, God gave me a second chance at life. I had one of the most expensive operations in the world. It cost over $1.4 million.
What?
And that's past doctors and nurses. All right. That's the transplant of a heart transplant. Okay. And remember that no one can be a living donor for a heart. They
Right.
have to die
Oh, yes,
Right.
for
yes,
you to
yes.
get a heart.
Oh, my
okay?
goodness. It's not like a kidney.
It's a very no. People can live with kidney. You can live with
Right.
the liver. You can live with an intestine. You can keep living. But to have a heart, that person has to die.
They're in the speeding lane.
Okay.
Transporting it.
And it's very expensive. It's extremely expensive. Thank God for insurance. For the people that they want to take their insurance away, they ought to be ashamed.
You know what?
I'm gonna
Before
leave
we
that alone. I'm
go
gonna
to
leave it alone.
callers,
Uh-huh.
I'm holding your book right now. You can see
you
it.
are.
Yeah, that's my second
57
book.
days.
Her second book
Yeah.
called 57
Yeah.
Days.
Lessons Learned from Mabel was my first book. It was small. It was maybe 70 pages, if that many. Okay. And that book is about my story. It's what I lived, not somebody else. That's my story of what I went through for 57 days. Got a heart in 27 days. But that strange object that was put in my body didn't recognize it.
Yeah.
And it was until I got that zero biopsy that they let me go. And that was on the 57th day.
57 days in the hospital.
Yes, ma'am. But
That's
the
a
heart
long
came in
time.
27 days. I was cut off from the world
What?
for 57 days.
Yeah.
University of Chicago Medicine, who is a friend of this radio station.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. They say
Mhm.
they same.
Yes.
I was there as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Dr. Jubanandan. I
Yeah.
call him a saint. He's from India.
So
And Dr. Jean Kim.
I'm going to say that.
Mhm.
So you were not conscious for how many days?
No. It wasn't so much I wasn't conscious. I was in the hospital that long. Okay, when the organ was put in my body did not recognize that because they took my heart out.
Yes.
They cut my chest open and took my diseased heart out
Yes.
and put sewed the right size heart into my body.
So yours was enlarged.
I don't know.
Okay,
It had to
okay,
be
okay.
the right
Check out.
size.
I got you.
It had to
Okay.
be the right size.
Wow, I never thought about that.
Yeah, the heart has to be the right size.
Right.
When his wife visited me, who had a heart transplant, and say, my husband will make sure you get the right heart. I didn't know what she meant by that.
Yeah.
I found out.
Your doctor's wife?
Yes, my doctor's wife had a heart transplant. It's in the book. It's in 57 days.
I'm holding
Yeah,
it
but
right
it's
now.
sold out on Amazon. I'm working on that. Okay.
Well, the studio has one. If you go to Facebook Live, you will see 57 days.
Or maybe we'll do
And
story
it's an ebook.
time.
And it's an ebook.
I
We'll do
love it.
story time with
But
Pam Morris.
back to being honored. I just want to say this: the chair and the CEO of this radio station,
Yes.
and WWRL,
Yes.
is an incredible person. I want to thank Purvis Span and Lovey
Yes,
and
yes.
Lovey for having Melody Span Cooper
Mm.
because she thought enough to do this for me, the gospel sister, to honor me. And it just so happens it's around the gospel festival.
Right.
But it's for over
Yes.
40. Matter of fact, on my resume, you see,
Yeah,
I
I
started.
got it,
It's
right?
43 years I've been in radio. It's
Yeah.
right here. Over
Yeah.
43
Your
years.
resume is extensive.
It really
You're very
is.
kind. I went to Italy 26 times, all expenses paid.
Sure.
For gospel music at the Umbria Jazz Festival in Perugia, Italy.
So why do they love you internationally in Africa and Europe?
Because I was blessed at the time that I did it to bring the very best in gospel music to them.
So they were unaware of it until you showed up.
No. They knew about Mahalia Jackson.
Gotcha.
And they knew,
she's from Chicago.
Yeah, they knew about Mahalia
Yeah.
Jackson music, and they knew about when the saints go marching in. They knew about that music.
Okay, yeah.
But to enjoy the gospel music
Right.
in person
Mm.
and feel it, but
Yeah.
not know what you feel it,
Right.
but
Right.
enjoy it. Okay.
Your
So-
resume
yeah.
has W. Oh my goodness.
Don't go through that resume.
No,
You'll be all day.
no,
But
no,
let
no,
me-
it's
let me-
okay.
no,
But
seriously.
what I want to tell you is this:
Yes.
death is non-negotiable.
Mhm.
But God gave me life. He didn't let me die. And he kept me here for a reason. And I'm so thankful that Melody, again, I'm going back to her because people don't have to be kind to you. And if they are kind, they can choose who they want to be kind
That
to.
part.
I want to ask you a rhetorical
Shout out to
question.
Melody.
and I'm
Melody.
pretty sure, absolutely, shout out to Melody because we were having a debate about where this came from, and it had to come from Melody. She had to. We could only like Melody probably was like, look, you know who needs a day?
Wow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
clearly.
Thank you.
You know, people often say that we give people their flowers, or we need to give people their flowers while they are here to receive
Yes.
them. And you know, for me to ask a silly question would say, well, do you feel like this is one of those moments?
Well, I'll say that I think it's a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Because it's being done at a festival that I did not begin, but I came later in it and was there over 2 decades.
Yeah.
With 2,500 performers.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
no, not performers, 2,500 artists.
Artists, excuse
All
me.
right, because one choir could have 50 people in it.
And that's considered one artist?
Yeah.
Yeah, one choir, apostolic. I'm sorry, Cosmopolitan, he just
Yes,
played
yes.
Titus, all in his hands. They got 50 singers in the choir. That's one artist. Okay.
I didn't
Ricky
know
Dillard
that.
has dozens in his choir,
Mm-hmm.
but he's one artist with those. Okay. So yeah.
Well, we're going to go to break. And when we
But
come back, we're going to go straight to the callers. But
Okay.
I do want to ask you, what do you hope that people celebrate on Pam Morris Day when we come back? I want you to think about that answer. Guys, you got to tune in to hear it. Lock in with us right here on WVON 1690. We'll be right back.
More from Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON. It's Matt McGill.
President Trump participating in the dignified transfer of the bodies of people who were lost in battle. What the hell are we doing putting people in harm's way? Why we got an 18-year-old in harm's way? This girl just graduated from high school. But some of y'all got the nerve to defend Donald Trump? Really? It's a damn shame, man.
Weekdays at noon on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON. You never know who's going to stop by WVON.
I'm going to sound like Roger Goodell. The Chicago Bears with the 25th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Dylan Thieneman from Oregon. Brother, Big D, you are a Chicago Bear. How does it feel, man?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it feels great. Amazing. Can't even describe it.
One of our legendary Chicago Bears. Number 22, Matt Forte. What's happening, brother? Welcome to WVON.
Hey, what's happening, man? Good to be here.
Joining me, Kevin Warren. He is the president and chief executive officer for the Chicago Bears. Kevin, welcome back to WVON.
Yeah, always good to see you and good to be back.
We are the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley, inviting you to join me weekdays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here on WVON. I am bringing you a national perspective on all the happenings in the Black community and, of course, politics. It's talk radio for us, by us, and this is where America listens.
It's Tavis Smiley, weekdays from 6 to 9 p.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
You've got mail.
Are you an insider?
Well, if you're part of the WVON family, you should be. Sign up for the WVON's weekly Insider e-newsletter and stay in the know on all things VON. It's news, it's entertainment, it's the 411 on all things Chicago. Become an insider. Sign up on the WVON app or at WVON.com. You're now connected.
Goodbye.
WVON traffic and weather now.
I've got some traffic updates for you, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here's what's happening. Dan Ryan, downtown at 95th, stop and go traffic 30 minutes. I-57, Ryan to I-80, slow go 16 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan to I-80, 94, slow moving traffic due to road work 18 minutes. Stevenson to Sable Lakeshore Drive to the Dry State stop and go traffic 50 minutes. Eisenhower Wolf Depot stop is stop and go traffic 63 minutes. Kennedy downtown to O'Hare stop and go traffic 46 minutes. And Eden's Munchos Lake Cooks move sailing 15 minutes. Your weather for today, Chicago, very comfortable. High of 72 and a low of 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. High of 77 and a low of 63. It's currently 72 degrees and partly cloudy in our city. I'm Logan Page, and that's your traffic and weather update on WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Y'all not gonna do this to me. I tell you what.
God, that sounds so good.
I'm gonna lose my voice. It's hot in here because we in here shouting. Okay, guys, you're listening to the afternoon show. I'm LaDonna Raeh in here with former state rep Ken Dunkin, and of course our very special guest, WVON's own, Chicago's own, the world's own, Pam Morris Walton. We are celebrating Pam Morris Walton Day.
Your gospel sister.
Your gospel sister. Right.
Come on, get it right.
Yes,
Get it right.
and that is coming up this Saturday here in Chicago. Mayor Brandon Johnson is involved. And we just really want to say we are so proud of you. I remember when I saw you today, I was like, I'm just so proud of you because you have stayed the course. You don't break character. You are who you are on the mic, off the mic.
Yes.
Unexpectedly, expectedly. You're just who you are, which is appreciated. I promise you that.
The way
But I don't
raised.
I don't want to take up too much. I just really want to give you so much of this airtime. Okay. And we have a caller here that's calling in to say, it says, wants to shout out Pam. But before we go to him, I asked you a question. Mm-hmm. What do you hope people celebrate when they celebrate Pam Morris Day?
I hope they celebrate, first of all, life, that they live to see it. And that they are witnessing a walking miracle who was given a second chance at life to be honored and to continue to serve and make a difference in this uncertain world we're all living in.
And that's we might as well end the show right now.
I want to say, Pam, don't look at me like that.
Because so and shout out to Mayor Brandon Johnson,
absolutely,
for this Pam Morris Day, Pam Morris Walton Day, and shout out to Frank, your wonderful husband.
Yes.
It's too cool for school.
Look, we got to have you on Relationship Thursday to tell us how do you
that's
do
a
it
good
so
idea.
long.
Pastor Frank Walton.
I know.
Along.
Yes, it's smooth and cool. Always been cool with me.
He's charming.
Yes. Your kids.
Yeah, my sons.
Your sons. Your sons.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I
I have wonderful sons.
Yes, John and Kenneth.
Yeah, Kenneth
is the oldest.
John is the oldest. He's the tennis pro. He teaches tennis for a living, and he does well. He has a waiting list of 56 people.
Where does he teach?
He teach at
not 57.
Not on not at X's.
He has 50. No. He did teach there. He's at River Trails in Mount Prospect, and coach at Munster High School.
I love it. See, tennis. I love it.
And the youngest is a retired lieutenant commander, United States Navy. He's an aviator, a helicopter pilot, and runs the Milton base in Milton, Florida.
You must be proud, and I know you must be proud. Let's go ahead and grab a caller.
Love that.
We don't want to run out of time.
Okay.
Let's grab Elder Michael. Hi, you're on. You got something to say to Pam? I know you do. I can feel it. Elder Michael.
Hello.
Hello to my longtime friend for over 40 years, Pam Morris Walton. Pam Morris Walton, this is Elder Mike Custer of the Church of God in Christ.
Oh,
I used to be with Bishop Gabriel Patterson, Bishop Charles Blake, and Bishop Owens. And I want to tell you how proud I am of you, gospel sister. I love you with all my heart, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Thank you. I love you too, and absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'll see you Saturday, okay?
Okay,
That's very
sweetie.
nice.
Thank you. Thank
All right,
you.
let's go to the next caller. We got Karen on the line. You are live on
Wow.
with Pam.
Well, first of all, a shout out to Melanie.
Yeah.
For asking her to come over the airways. Shout out to Melanie. Because to hear this woman's story, no wonder it's so real. Because out of your heart flows the issues of your life.
Wow. Out of your
and
heart.
things
We caught that,
we
Karen.
go
Out of your
through
heart.
She said,
make
out of your
you
heart.
a better person. Because when I was a young girl, they said I had cancer in my leg. And that I wouldn't live past 20. I wouldn't have a child. I have one child. I have 8 grandchildren and 6 great-grandchildren, and I still walk on my legs.
Come on now.
And I look up every day and say, if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be able to praise. But I want you all to hear her voice. See, there's power in your voice across the airwaves when you are really, really, really a child of the Most High. People got to bow down when they hear her voice. That's why God has kept her. And you can't stop what time it is today. It ain't just by chance that she's getting recognized in this season, because it's our season. Bless you, Pam.
Thank you
Bless
so very
you
much.
so much, and continue to use that voice across this airways. LaDonna?
Yes, ma'am.
Love you, girl.
Let's do this.
LaDonna?
I know, right?
I love you, girl.
Great words. Great
Yes.
words, Karen.
You know, before we close out, I definitely want to say that everybody make sure you go out to the Gospel Fest, which is happening this Saturday. It's the Chicago Gospel Music Festival, July 25th in Millennium Park.
Yes, yeah.
So, you know, this is where you join Mayor Brandon Johnson and DCase. We're going to celebrate Chicago's own gospel sister, as you pointed out so eloquently, and that is Pam Morris Walton. I want to give you the floor before you head out of here, because I know you got a lot of stuff to do.
What I will say to all of you is to look at yourself and thank God that he blessed you to wake up this morning on his waking list. And if you can make a difference in someone's life, please do it. That's why you're still here. Continue to ask God to order your steps. And in whatever you can do in a world where you can be anything, be kind. And I'll see you Saturday. Okay. Melody said that it'll be before the main acts, not the main acts, but the national acts, Ricky Dillard. I know they're that evening.
Yeah.
So maybe around 6 or 7 or somewhere at that time.
Just get there early.
Right. Because I'm going to be there, and they've got some of the best artists and people in the world that will be performing.
Including yourself.
That's right. Trailblazer, exceptional achievement.
It's been a blessing to be with you, Ken. We go back a long ways.
We do.
And I mean what I said to you earlier. Okay? God is ordering your steps. To you, I ask that you, LaDonna Raeh, keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing it so beautiful.
Thank you.
And that's what makes the difference.
Thank you so much.
On the station America listens to, God's favorite radio station, WVON.
That's it. All right, I can go home now.
It's a wrap.
Guys, thank you so much. Continue to download the app. There's a WVON app, and we have an open mic feature. You know what to say. Tap on the open mic feature and just drop a line or two. If you didn't get a chance to call in at 773-591-1690, you can do it there. We love you all, but we will be back. It is time for news, traffic, and weather. The gospel sister has left the building for the day. Get out there on Saturday. The afternoon show. We'll be right back.
Wishing you well, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here are your news headlines. Pam Morris Walton Day celebration at Millennium Park this Saturday. Amy's Kitchen recalls more than 184,000 cans of soup over spoilage risk. ESPN cuts Cam Newton and Ryan Clark in major layoffs. An intruder detained after confronting Craig Melvin at Today's Show studio. National news from the Black Information Network is up next. on Chicago's only urban talk radio station, 1690 AM WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Say it again. Say it again.
BIN News Now. Texas is reporting a big decline in illegal border crossings, with officials saying encounters are down significantly from previous years. Ira Melman with the Federation for American Immigration Reform says even if migrants make it across the border, they're being sent back to Mexico.
As long as we keep doing this, we're going to see more and more people deciding it just isn't worth trying to break our laws.
Supporters of tougher immigration policies credit stricter enforcement. Chicago renters could see major changes as city leaders weigh two competing housing proposals. Supporters say the measures would strengthen protections for tenants, while critics warn they could increase costs for property owners and impact the rental housing market. And the Trump administration says UC San Diego's medical school improperly considered race and admissions decisions, alleging some Black and Latino applicants were favored over white and Asian students. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Here's more with Terry McCready.
President Trump says Iran desperately wants to meet. He made the comment while speaking in the Oval Office yesterday and added no one has gone after Iran like he has.
One of the first things we did early in the administration, they would have a nuclear weapon and you wouldn't have Israel. And in my opinion, you wouldn't have various other countries in the Middle East. They'd all be gone.
This comes as the U.S. has conducted strikes on Iran for several nights straight. 3 U.S. soldiers were killed in Iranian attacks on bases in Jordan and Iraq over the weekend. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has claimed its aerospace force used cruise missiles to destroy Amazon's central data infrastructure in Bahrain in an attack that also targeted U.S. air defense systems. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth in heated testimony yesterday with lawmakers on the Hill at issue Iran war funding.
Has Iran's military been for the last 4 months combat ineffective?
It's been set back not just years, but likely decades.
You stated we had,
can't build at the level it did before, not even close. It doesn't mean it doesn't have capabilities.
Georgia Democratic Senator John Ossoff pressing Hegseth on his past statements about Iran's missile capabilities. During the hearing, Hegseth went on to blast his black predecessor, former Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, and the Biden administration's Pentagon priority, saying he didn't know what Austin did for 4 years, while arguing for a whopping $1.5 trillion defense budget. A judge in Los Angeles presented with disturbing evidence and graphic images yesterday during a hearing in the high-profile murder case against Black singer David. His legal name is David Anthony Burke, and he has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder, sexual abuse of a child, and unlawful mutilation of human remains. The victim was 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose parents sat in the front row of the gallery during the proceeding. Prosecutors presenting evidence to try and convince the judge there is sufficient cause to send the case against the 21-year-old Burke to trial. The teen's remains were found in the trunk of a car registered in Burke's name last year. All right, a major announcement this week from Black Democratic Representative Cleo Fields of Louisiana. He says he will not be seeking re-election to Congress. He'll instead be running for Louisiana State Senate. This after the state's congressional map eliminated his district. The move follows the Supreme Court's ruling, which found Louisiana's majority Black 6th congressional district to be an unconstitutional racial gerrymander and ordered the state to adopt a new map. In a statement, Fields said he believes his calling to serve the people is better suited back home than in D.C. Stay informed, stay connected, and subscribe. Follow VIN News this hour wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Terry McCready for the Black Information Network.
Early detection saves lives. Ladies, if you're due for a mammogram, don't wait. Breast cancer is most treatable when it's found early. UChicago Medicine makes it easier to take charge of your health. Eligible patients can self-schedule their mammogram online. or through my chart in just minutes. Visit uchicagomedicine.org/memo to schedule your screening. That's uchicagomedicine.org/memo. U Chicago Medicine at the forefront.
This report is brought to you by Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
From the Xfinity Studios at WVON, it's Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, 1690 WVON.
People keep on learning. Soldiers.
Oh man, I don't know, Titus. I don't know how to come from gospel to Stevie.
Well, this is a political Stevie
It is
song.
very political and gospel. Church and state. Okay, you know what? It works. Turn it up. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, you're listening to the afternoon show. I am Dr. LaDonna Raeh, and I am in with my compadre. And, before I mention your name, Ken Dunkin, I want to mention Atiba real quick. 'Cause
Please.
that's my daily
I
mention.
texted him early today.
Yeah, you did. You did?
Yeah.
Like I knew that. But watch this. Pam Morris Walton was here, and she talked about her heart transplant that she had. And ironically, of course, Atiba just had his successful kidney transplant, and that's why you are filling in for him today. I'm really excited for his recovery because I see what Pam looks like after recovery.
Yes.
She said she was in the hospital for 57 days. And Atiba is just 2 weeks into what he has done. It is amazing.
It's not what she looks like, it's how she feels in her new attitude in life. Right?
You got to take the mic. I'm sorry. You got to take the mic.
So it is just wonderful to hear and understand just sort of the elevation, the heightened sense of awareness that people come about. But what I want to do, and Donna just she left me without the bio, etc. In studio, we have none other than Desmond Walker.
How you doing?
Desmond Walker, I want you talking to the mic, brother, when you talk to me.
Absolutely.
So Desmond, she's gonna, she's gonna be upset with me because she has literally looking at your intro. I feel like just sitting there. But what brings you in today? Tell us why. First off, you gotta be on Facebook Live. Yep. This guy's medium, tall, dark, and handsome, and he got his security here with him. So
I look taller than I am.
Okay, all right, check that out. Well, LaDonna's back in the chair. She's touching greatness.
No, well, here's the thing. When people come and visit you, it's like, oh hi, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were coming. Okay, so watch this. Hold
on. We were conversating about some.
Y'all were having a bromance.
A bromance.
You've been saying that all day,
I see
LaDonna.
Baby, I'm back. Okay, so it's over now.
Come and get on up.
Listen, every year, WVON recognizes 40 game changers under 40. People who are making an impact across Chicago through business, innovation, leadership, and service. But today, we want to go a step further. I want to ask a question before I introduce our guest. Because did you already introduce him?
Not really.
Okay. All right. Is Chicago doing enough to recognize young Black excellence before people leave our city? That happens all the time.
Yes.
Right? They're like, shoot, forget it. I can go get my accolades because we do need a pat on the back every now and then, but we also need support. Or do we celebrate people only after everyone else tells us they're important? So joining us, the 2024 winner, who was recognized as one of WVON's 40 game changers under 40. He's the founder of Narrative Digital Marketing, helping brands tell their stories in ways that connect, grow, and create opportunity. Please welcome Desmond Walker. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
That's a proper introduction.
Well, I had mapped out right here. But we just got out of a meeting actually early. I'm glad you sat in. But to learn that you were our winner just 2 years ago in the 40 under 40 game changers. Let's start with number one. Who are you? Who is Desmond? Not Desmond with the company, but Desmond.
Yep.
Why are you so special?
I think what makes Desmond Walker special is where my story actually starts isn't in Chicago. It starts in Central Illinois.
Okay.
So what
That's
I
Chicago.
did was, we
claim it.
We claim it. Some people claim it. Some people look at me crazy when I say I'm from Champaign, and then I have to wear that chip on my shoulder.
It's kind of bougie in Champaign a little bit too.
A little bit, depending on what side.
It's a party town. I almost went to Southern. Go ahead. Please continue.
They call me a townie where I'm from, or the ones who
right,
who
live
call
there.
me a townie. And so what I did was I got in the car and I drove up I-57 after college, and I came up to Chicago to build an empire, right? And for me, what that really meant, and it's interesting, you say, LaDonna, in some cases we're worried about people leaving Chicago, but I think we also got to recognize the other side, right? Which is people come to Chicago, right?
The actual migration instead of the
people
reverse.
actually migrate to Chicago to find opportunity. And so for me, that's exactly what I did about 7 years ago, right? Just, to me, jumping into a ocean, full of plenty of
sharks.
Plenty of sharks,
right?
You can call them that.
And opportunity.
Right? It's a scary place, but it's also swarming with opportunity, right? And so
Do you think it takes an outsider to see it as opportunity versus sharks?
In some cases, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. Because this is, like I said, it's a scary place, but I saw nothing but lights, nothing but opportunity.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you also had the chance to go to St. Louis, to Cleveland, to LA, to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Why I-57?
Chicago is a special place, right? Number one, it's the third largest market across the country, and so many different sectors.
Yeah.
There's so much rich culture and history, but I look at Chicago as an oasis. It's hard to not feel, anything comparable, right? It's hard to feel anything that compares to Chicago, be it our, the optics of it, the skyline, the lake, but the people, right? And so that's what's attracted me.
Had you ever been to Chicago before you jumped on that highway?
Seldomly.
Yeah.
Really? Seldomly, believe it or not.
And you just
because see, that's what I'm hearing. It's like you didn't get off the block till you took yourself off the block.
Right.
Wow. And I think that because we wake up and we're born and birthed into it, we don't even see the lights.
Right.
We don't see the skyline.
Right.
We don't necessarily see the opportunity.
Right.
You said you came here to build an empire. How did you get started with that empire? Did you know what that empire was going to be, or you just said empire 588-32300? Which one?
Yep. So for me, my discipline is in marketing.
Mm-hmm.
It's in digital marketing. Interesting enough, this is the Xfinity sponsored studio, right? And the first company I worked for was Comcast, selling advertising. The kind of vision I had for myself, though, is in a world where TV and radio and more of those traditional methods of advertising are what I was focused on at the time. I came to Chicago to kind of carve out a niche in the digital side of marketing, and so
people hadn't caught on to the digital side just yet.
People hadn't caught on to it, And
okay.
So that's where the opportunity lies at. It's a lot easier to invest in. It's a lot easier to get a Facebook ad going than it is TV commercial.
Yeah. So what did you study at Champaign?
Marketing. So I went to school at Southern Illinois.
Yeah.
From Champaign.
Sure.
Studied marketing. My co-founder, Alan Sheldon, he studied communications. And so that's where we really
great synergy with that
came in. Yeah, some synergy.
And we met before as well.
Yeah, I was telling Ken, LaDonna, when you
had the bromance, I know.
When we had the bromance, right? I remember this was probably my freshman year at SIU. We were down in Springfield for Lobby Day. This was probably 2012. At the time, I was a senator and undergraduate student government.
It wasn't with the chamber. Just a lobby day.
There's a lot of lobby days.
I know that's throughout the year, actually.
Yeah,
right.
Was it in April?
So annually, SIU takes a group of students.
Oh, okay. So it's separate. Okay, please continue.
But I just remember, not only his face, but his energy and his presence on that floor at that time. And so it's been quite a while since then. And Ken didn't notice until I told him a few minutes ago but not only that, but ironically, just in the last month, I happened to catch his face from a distance at the grocery store.
Oh.
I'm like, that's that guy. Where do I know this walk from?
Right. Oh, boy.
That's crazy.
That's that walk that was on that in the House of Representatives floor.
I was just a side note. Well, next time say hello, because that's rude to not.
My bad.
So I was in the U.S. Senate last year, and I'm walking across the Capitol, and somebody's yelling my name, and I get up. I'm like, wait a minute, it's Georgia U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock. He says, and I went down and campaigned for him. He says, man, I know your walk from anywhere when we're at Morehouse together. Yeah. That is crazy. I don't know what the walk is, but next thing you're supposed to say hello, man.
I got
Come
you,
on,
man.
Des.
It won't happen again.
Yeah,
Desmond.
That is a walk for you. So you figured out you would try to push the digital in a terrestrial space. They hadn't caught on yet, but you pushed through.
Yep.
And how did you feel when you found out, or how did you find out about the 40 Game Changers or 40 Under 40 Game Changers opportunity with WVON?
Yeah, LaDonna, it's interesting how it happened because, like I said, I got to Chicago 2019 and rolled up my sleeves, got to work, got in the mud, and really heads down, right, building, right. My guy, Alan, who's helped me build the company, he moved all the way from DC. He had moved to DC after living in Chicago after college. And then as our business started to build, he decided it was worth getting on that plane and getting back here to really, really go all in on this. And so we took a side hustle, right, from 2019 to 2022 and decided, we had done enough to make a calculated risk, right, and roll that dice. And so that's what we did at the beginning of 2022.
Wait a minute, what were you doing in 2020 during COVID?
Laid off.
like the rest of the world.
Else.
Yeah.
Suspended
in the crib, but working.
All right.
But working.
So you guys got together.
Yep.
You became a powerful force.
Yep. Became a powerful force. Our first big client was actually Rush University Medical Center, right here.
My hospital, yeah.
Yep, that was the big opportunity that allowed us to make what had been a side hustle a real company, right?
Excellent.
And so that's what we've spent our last 4 years doing, 4 to 5 years doing full time, is helping brands grow. And so that's all to say that I'm heads down doing that, and completely unsolicited, an email lands in my inbox one day.
Oh, wait, I gotta stop you right there. I want to know what this email said, guys. We're gonna go to traffic and weather real quick. And then when we come back, more from Desmond. I want to hear from the young people. That's who we have in the studio telling us how they put their head down. No, well, not head down. You put your hands into the mud so that you can build your business and get it going. And now look at you. You are a game changer. I love it. We'll be right
40
back.
under 40.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
More from Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Ada S. McKinley provides behavioral and mental health services at 4 Southside clinics. They serve people of all ages with a strong focus on therapy, counseling, and youth crisis. Their counselors and mental health professionals are well-trained and experienced in treating problems caused by emotional distress and or trauma. To schedule an appointment, call 312-761-1099 or visit adasmckinley.org.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If your car is out of warranty, one major repair bill could wipe you out. Just ask Ludacris.
Car breakdowns can wreck your wallet. Without Endurance, a worn-out timing belt could cost you $1,700. A busted transmission, that's $4,000 easy. An engine meltdown, $7,000. But if you've got Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a car repair again. With Endurance, your car's most expensive parts are covered. Plus, you pick the mechanic you trust to do the work. With Endurance, your rate stays the same no matter how many claims you file.
If your car is under 20 years old, Endurance has you covered with unlimited miles. Plus, your plan includes 24/7 roadside assistance anywhere in the country. Choose the name Ludacris trusts, Endurance. Right now, get $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. For your free quote, call 800-410-5402. 800-410-5402. 800-410-5402.
It's gospel with Pam Morris Walton, your gospel sister, on WVON Sundays, 11 to 2 p.m. Music to help you on your journey. I'll see you there. WVON.
This report is brought to you by Paramount Aurora Theater. Cedric the Entertainer will be live Saturday, August 8th at Paramount Theater in Aurora. Get your tickets now at ParamountAurora.com. That's ParamountAurora.com.
In July, Vaughn TV has your summer watch list covered. Go behind the headlines with the official launch of Portraits in Color, featuring candid conversations with music executive Matthew Knowles, community leader Jotaka Edie, and actress Danielle Truitt.
My family's very proud. It was very cool to, when the show first came out and to see myself in those credits, with dun, 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 and be like, that's me. That's crazy, It is very cool to be a part of the legacy of Law and Order now.
And that's just the beginning. Premiering this month, Serenity, Strength, and Style with Sylvia Ewing and Friends, a fresh new series featuring inspiring conversations about health, wellness, creativity, and living life to the fullest. This July, there's something for everyone on Vaughn TV. Watch on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV Plus, the WVON app, or at Vaughn.tv. Vaughn TV, for the culture, by the culture.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spell book.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
This report is brought to you by ComEd, powering lives. Here's a great savings idea. Did you know you've got the power to manage your energy? Yep, from usage alerts to energy saving programs and more. ComEd has all kinds of ideas to help you gain control over your energy saving costs. Find out more at ComEd.com/energy savings.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Hey, Chicago. Hey, I've got your traffic updates. Dan Ryan, downtown to 95th. Stop and go traffic, 29 minutes. I-57, Ryan to I-80, slow go, 16 minutes. Bishop Ward, Ryan to I-80, 94. Stop and go traffic due to road work, 24 minutes. Stevenson, DuSable, Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State, stop and go traffic. And there is an accident causing the right lane to be blocked. Stevenson at Damon Avenue. 46 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolf to Post Office, stop and go traffic, 46 minutes. Kennedy, downtown to O'Hare, stop and go traffic, 50 minutes. And Eden's, Montrose Lake Cook, smooth sailing, 15 minutes. Your weather for today, Chicago, very comfortable. High of 72 and a low of 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. High of 77 and a low of 63. It's currently 72 degrees and partly cloudy. I'm Logan Page, and that's your traffic and weather update on WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
All right, guys, check this out. Railroad Days ticket giveaway. Wow, we're giving stuff away right here on WVON.
Free 99.
Well, I tell you what, listeners, here's your chance to step back in time and experience a piece of Chicago history. The Friends of Pullman National Historical Park are giving you the distance, or the chance, I should say, to win a pair of tickets to this weekend's Railroad Days at Pullman National Historical Park, located at 614 East 113th Street. This weekend only, Railroad Days gives you a rare opportunity to tour and experience the historic Pullman rail cars that were built right here on site by people who helped shape America rail travel. It's a one-of-a-kind Chicago experience you won't want to miss. So call WVON, you know what, right now. Okay, the next 5 callers will each win a pair of tickets to this weekend's Railroad Days at Pullman National Historical Park. That's right. How about the next 5 callers?
I'm like, the next 5 callers? That's clever.
Can I give the number?
Can I get the numbers?
773-591-16.
591-1690. 773-5. We don't even say 591-1690.
Please call 773-591-1690. Congratulations to you in advance. We're talking to Desmond Walker, the founder of Narrative Digital Marketing and a member of the 2024 WVON. And back then it was an aerial investments, 40 game changers under 40 class. Now this happens every other year. We were leading up to the part where you got that email. Was that the email to tell you to jump in or that you had been selected?
So, LaDonna, this was the email saying, congratulations, you're a game changer.
Wow. What was the feeling like? I could see it in your face right now.
The feeling was, one, what is a game changer? You know, as it's been.
You just said, I know that already.
I know what I believe a game changer is, but how are you all defining it? And so, you know, this really was a cohort, a class of people from all walks of life, people in all categories, be it civic engagement, be it business, be it the arts, be it not the nonprofit sector, all being merged into this cohort of individuals who have all changed the game in Chicago.
Love that.
Do you think that being a game changer based on the definition of this particular platform that you won in 2024, do you think that help define what your business was, who you were within your business, and the direction you had to take?
I think what it told me was that, you know, number one, everything comes in perpetuity and everything is right on time. It told me that, you know, a half a decade had been well spent carving out a void, right, that Chicago needed, in the sense that we are doing something that's different, something that's needed. And for the everyday small business owner that, you know, can't afford to put a commercial on a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Or can't even afford radio ads, right? There's a place for Narrative to help that business go from, you know, step 0 to step 1. Step hero. There you go. There you go.
Tell us, walk us through, tell the audience, if I want to do business with you, what are the steps? What should I think of? Who is your typical client?
Yep. So you can think of Narrative Digital Marketing as a vehicle to unlocking the power of the internet. And when I say internet, I mean social media. I say websites, the search engine, and the email channel. These are all paths that all lead to your brand on the internet. And so what we do is we layer across, number one, creative across those channels. That means graphic design. That means video, from your everyday content creation that can be done with picking up a phone,
right,
from more high quality, high definition, high stakes content. So that's what we do. On top of that, we are very strategic as well. And so as much as it's about, the sizzle of a steak, you know what I mean, in terms of how content may show up visually, it's also about the temperature of that steak.
Okay.
Are you posting the right, about the right thing at the right time to the right audience? And on top of that, are you able to measure it in a way that actually, if I'm putting myself in the mind of a mom and pop,
right? Yes.
How about,
that is measurable.
Are you able to season it? Because not everybody can season the steak.
We had a conversation earlier this week about that. So you do commercial company, small.
I'm glad you mentioned commercial. Guys, we're going to go to news, traffic, and weather. And when we come back, more from Desmond. I love talking to the young people. This feels great. And especially being under 40 myself. Okay, I'm sorry. The lightning is coming. I know.
She's lying on the air.
We'll be right back, guys. Hit those phone lines. 773-591-1690. You better still card me, okay? I'll be right back.
Happy Wednesday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here's happening in your local and national news. Pam Morris Walton joined LaDonna Raeh and former Ken Dunkin to discuss her big announcement. This Saturday, the community will celebrate Pam Morris Walton Day at Millennium Park, presented by Mayor Johnson, honoring her contributions and impact.
It was ecstatic to hear it, and I just said, thank you, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm humbled and honored to be honored in such a way. And keep doing what you're doing. Just try to do it better. If there's any way possible, you can do it better.
The special recognition highlights Walton's achievements and the excitement surrounding this milestone. In other news, Amy's Kitchen has voluntarily recalled more than 184,000 cans of its organic lentil soup light and sodium after a can defect was found that could allow the product to spoil. The recalled soup was sold in Illinois and more than 20 other states, with affected cans carrying lot number 60D0924. And a best buy date of April 2027. Consumers are advised not to eat the recalled product and should check their pantries for the affected cans. The recall involves 15,350 cases of 14.5 ounce soup cans distributed across the U.S. and parts of Canada. In other news, ESPN is parting ways with former NFL quarterback Cam Newton and analyst Ryan Clark as part of a broader round of talent reductions at the network. Newton, who appeared regularly on First Take, and Clark, a longtime NFL analyst, were among several prominent sports personalities affected by the cuts. The layoffs follow ESPN's restructuring efforts after its integration of NFL Network assets, with additional longtime figures also reportedly departing. The moves have drawn attention from fellow analysts, including Stephen A. Smith, who publicly criticized the decision involving Clark. And an intruder entered an unauthorized area of NBC's Today Show studio and confronted anchor Craig Melvin shortly before a live broadcast. The man was detained by security and arrested with no injuries reported. He later faced hate crime-related charges. Melvin addressed viewers afterwards, saying he was safe and thanking supporters as authorities investigated the incident. NBC said it was reviewing security procedures following the breach. I'm Logan Page, and that's what's happening in your news now on WVON 1690 AM.
It's Rufus Williams.
The radio keeps our ear to the pavement so we know what's going on in the community. And I got to say, what and how you've been doing it as my frat brother, but more importantly, what BON does, you are the new Ebony Jet that keeps our community connected.
Well, thanks. That's a huge compliment. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Summer is here, the season of sunshine, swimming, picnics, and the freedom to have fun and enjoy yourself. United Fidelity Bank believes freedom starts with smart savings. Whether you're hanging with friends and family or enjoying a summer night, your money should still be working for you. Open a United Fidelity Bank 18-month certificate of deposit with a 4.25% annual percentage yield. It's a simple, steady way to grow your savings, letting your money work for you. At United Fidelity Bank, they focus on you, your needs, your goals, your questions. Their personal service is something you will not find at a big box bank. Get the experience you need and the service you deserve. Stop by their Chicago flagship branch at 1701 West 87th Street to open your 18-month 4.25% APY CD today, or visit UnitedFidelity.com. United Fidelity Bank, where your summer of smart savings begins. Rates subject to change at any time. CDs renew automatically at the standard rate in effect at the time of renewal unless instructed otherwise. Member FDIC.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If your car is out of warranty, one major repair bill could wipe you out. Just ask Ludacris.
Car breakdowns can wreck your wallet. Without Endurance, a worn-out timing belt could cost you $1,700. A busted transmission, that's $4,000 easy. An engine meltdown, $7,000. But if you've got Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a car repair again. With Endurance, your car's most expensive parts are covered. Plus, you pick the mechanic you trust to do the work. With Endurance, your rate stays the same no matter how many claims you file.
If your car is under 20 years old, Endurance has you covered with unlimited miles. Plus, your plan includes 24/7 roadside assistance anywhere in the country. Choose the name Ludacris trusts, Endurance. Right now, get $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. For your free quote, call 800-410-5402. 800-410-5402. 800-410-5402.
Early detection saves lives. Ladies, if you're due for a mammogram, don't wait. Breast cancer is most treatable when it's found early. UChicago Medicine makes it easier to take charge of your health. Eligible patients can self-schedule their mammogram online or through MyChart in just minutes. Visit uchicagomedicine.org/mammo to schedule your screening. That's uchicagomedicine.org/mammo. UChicago Medicine at the forefront.
This report is brought to you by Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
WVON traffic and weather now.
What's up, Chicago? I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. Dan Ryan, downtown at 95th, stop and go traffic, and there is an accident on the left shoulder. Dan Ryan at 59th Street, 28 minutes. I-57, Ryan to I-80, slow go, 15 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan to I-80, 94, stop and go traffic due to road work. 23 minutes. Stevenson, DuSable, Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State. Please be cautious. There is an accident causing the right lane to be blocked. Stevenson at Damon Avenue, 46 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolftoe Post Office, stop and go traffic, 53 minutes. Kennedy, downtown to O'Hare, stop and go traffic, 53 minutes. And Eden's Montrose Lake Cook, smooth sailing, 15 minutes. Your weather for today, Chicago, very comfortable. High of 72 and a low of 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. High of 77 and a low of 63. In our city, it's currently 73 degrees and partly cloudy. I'm Logan Page, and that's your traffic and weather update on WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Shop small with Wintrust Bank and
I'll look for your cue when we transition to this.
Yeah, like right now. Like right now. This is the cue right here. You know, when Stevie Wonder's done singing, I'll be loving you always.
I'll be loving you always.
That means we are back. That's right. We are back. The afternoon show, LaDonna Raeh, Ken Dunkin. I love talking to the young people, and just having you guys on really gives us a breath of fresh air to hear your side of things. We're talking to Desmond Walker. He's the founder of Narratant Digital Marketing. And you were a Game Changer winner. You still are. Okay.
For life.
In 2024. And my question to you, how did that change? What direction did you go in? What is it that your business does? And when I put on my marketing hat, I think about how important it is to get to know the product, the service, the outlook, the outreach, the KPIs. I don't want to go too far and too deep in the woods, but in doing that with your business partner, you mentioned that he came all the way from another city back to Chicago.
Yep.
Why do you think it is that the older generation gets stuck in their ways when it comes to business and not understanding that, movement is necessary in order to be successful in the market?
Yep. That's a good question, LaDonna. I think that change is hard, number one. And oftentimes we look at change as the practical part of change and less about the mindset shift that has to happen with that and the psychology that goes into that. And if we're talking about business, anyone that's ever built anything from the ground up is emotionally attached to that. And so when you get the coming in and looking to shake things up, that's a hard thing to adapt to. And so in the case of marketing, right, we see it all the time where a business may have been sitting on the same website for a decade or more. I go to sites all the time and it's outdated, something's broken, I click a link and it's not working.
No.
Ouch.
Oh, don't forget those copyright dates at the bottom, 6 years old.
Yep.
Oh, that blows my mind.
Yep. It's like knocking on the door to a business and nobody's answering, or the menu prices are double what they say.
Yeah,
they
you
are.
know what? That gets me too. How has artificial intelligence changed the way you do business?
It's changed how we do business, from operationally, speeding us up, to how we actually build solutions for our clients. For example, a big part of what we do is website design and development. There was a time not too long ago where, it may take us
30 days.
30 days.
I ain't gonna
to
lie,
build a
30
website.
days to a website.
For a website?
Minimum.
Oh, yeah.
Minimum.
Absolutely.
Yeah, easily.
I was
Especially
fussing
when,
with y'all.
well, here's the thing. I'm talking about like 2012-ish. When it took 30 days, you had to do the code. You had to do it from scratch. There were no templates. Okay, that's
You know,
that's
she's
the
a
space I
computer
come from.
science expert.
Absolutely, that's the space I come from. But then it got cut down to 2 weeks, and now it's up in I tell my clients
A day and
it's
a half.
but it's not even a day. It's up in like, I don't know, 40 minutes.
It's easier
Absolutely.
and faster to build than it's ever been with AI. And
Does the price point, is that commensurate with that?
I'll answer it after he does. I got my answer.
So here's the thing. It can, right? Especially if you want to kind of undercut the market a bit and let that be your entry into, more business. But, the way I would think about it is you're paying for the outcome. You're paying for the solution, right? You're paying for the product, right? And so the same way in another business, if it takes me 10 minutes to make a pair of shoes, if I'm in the factory, or if it takes me 30 minutes to make a pair of shoes, it shouldn't matter for the customer.
And because it took you 20 years to make it in a day.
Now listen, now I
No,
can
that's the
argue
truth.
Now,
That rings true to I believe it was the Citibank logo. The Citibank logo, I believe, was designed by Linda Davidson, and I may have my names mixed up, but they brought together Citibank and the umbrella company. It was a red umbrella company. I forgot the name of it. And Travelers, thank you. And she literally brought it together on a napkin, and it took her all of 5 minutes. And the question was, well, you did that so quickly. Why is it so expensive? It's because it took me 30 years to do it in 5 minutes. But I'm glad that we talked about AI just now, because a lot of our listeners, they think it's the devil.
Yep.
Okay, it's like it's going to take all of our jobs. We're going to end up in Africa somewhere or wherever. I mean, AI, artificial intelligence, is what it is labeled as, but it has always been around.
Right.
Okay?
Absolutely.
It is just more forward facing and more open for anyone to use, and it makes it easier to be accessible. However, from an under 40-year-old talking to the older generation, there are some early adopters that always leave us behind. And by us, I mean our Black community, because we just don't quite feel comfortable yet.
Yep.
And by the time we adopt it, it's already overpriced. People have made so much money off of it. And then we want to get into the game. What do you say to those non-game changers?
There was a time when folks believed that electricity was also the devil.
Oh my goodness.
There was a time when people were still lighting candles when there was a switch to turn on. There was a time when folks were still hopping on horses when they could have been hopping behind the wheel of an automobile, right? And so again, going
microwaves
back,
and computers also.
everything, anything that has had a seismic shift in the way humanity operates and lives day to day has always had, with any innovation, there's, like you said, LaDonna, the early adopters. There's the ones that come after that. There's the ones that come after them. There's the late adopters.
Right.
And again, they often come too late.
They come too late. Well, WVON is inviting the community to nominate emerging leaders under 40 who are creating impact, building opportunity, and helping shape Chicago's next chapter. The nominations opened on July 10th, but it ends on July 30th, which I believe is about, 8 days from now.
Right.
So if you know a game changer that's under the age of 40 that is recognized as a dynamic leader, please email us. I'm giving the email address now. I think it's 40. Let me find it. Oh, yeah, it's 40. That's the number 40, game changers at WVON.com. But also call us now and give us the name of a game changer that you would like to see honored at this year's 40 Game Changers event or be nominated so that they can be part of a building and growing community of 40 under 40s. Give us a call, 773-591-1690. We want to hear from you, and we'll continue to talk to our dear special guest today, because you are a game changer. And I know you were nominating somebody, but we won't talk about all of that. Ken, I know you had something to say.
Well, Desmond Walker, I think you are more than walking the walk, and you've set a tone that is really sort of should give you the fuel. What do you say to the next game changer, someone who's looking up to you?
Yeah, I say whether, you're a creative, whether you're someone who's strategic, whether you're someone that's just working on leaving the world better than you found it, right? All of us, I think, fit into two different categories. There are those of us who, kind of see the world for what it is and we take it for what it is. Right. And then we see in ourselves the power to actually change it. And so that's what I think that this year's upcoming 40 under 40 game changers is all about. It's about, the theme for this year is compass.
That's right.
It's compass. Yeah. And what that's all about is charting a course for what's next.
Right.
Yeah. It's one thing to know you're trying to get somewhere. It's another thing to know exactly what direction you need to go in order to get there. And so I say that all to say, this is all about the people who are not just looking for the path to find them, but they're finding the path. They're going looking for the path. And if that path isn't there, they're building it. And most importantly, after that, they're leading, that journey along that path.
And they might leave us behind.
Right.
I want to ask you this before we go to break, and then you can answer it on the other side. Why do you think so many talented young Black entrepreneurs struggle to get support until they receive an award? Think about that answer.
Interesting. Good question.
Yeah. When we come back, guys, we're going to go to traffic and weather. When we come back, more from Desmond.
LaDonna Raeh coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Shop small with Wintrust Bank and celebrate the heart of our community, our local businesses. Listen as we share a list of small businesses throughout our community that we can shop, dine, and support throughout the year. These businesses are the economic engine that drives our neighborhoods. Wintrust knows that. That's why they're Chicago's bank and why they're encouraging you to shop local. Keep listening for the Wintrust Community Business Spotlight campaign. With Wintrust, shopping small is a big deal.
You never know who's going to stop by WVON.
He was the man in the middle, the one and only Bill Cartwright.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Out of Stanford, playing for the Los Angeles Sparks. She's none other than Cameron Brown.
Thank you for having me.
So happy and honored to have with us Mr. Mark Aguirre, two-time NBA champion. How are you?
I am doing well, thank you. Not bad at all.
We are the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON. It's Cleopatra Draper.
I liken myself to be a great listener, and what I just heard was rhetoric.
you gone on Magaland, and they got you real good. And I don't know if you can come back to reality, but in reality, those insurrectionist thugs that you are acknowledging that attacked police officers that they proclaim that they love, that attacked the halls of Congress that we say that we love, that attacked the Constitution and was not only pardoned, but was almost granted reparations, is a slap in the face for the Constitution that you saying you're fighting for.
Middays at 9 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
You've got mail.
Are you an insider? Well, if you're part of the WVON family, you should be. Sign up for the WVON's weekly Insider e-newsletter and stay in the know on all things VON. It's news, it's entertainment, it's the 411 on all things Chicago. Become an insider. Sign up on the WVON app or at WVON.com. You're now connected.
Goodbye.
Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley, inviting you to join me weekdays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here on WVON. I am bringing you a national perspective on all the happenings in the Black community and, of course, politics. It's talk radio for us, by us, and this is where America listens.
It's Tavis Smiley, weekdays from 6 to 9 p.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com. A failed strut can turn any drive into a rough ride. When it's time for repairs, Rock Auto makes finding the right part easy. Shop name brands at lower prices and have parts shipped directly to your door. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Hey Chicago, hey, I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic updates. And Ryan, downtown at 95th, stop and go traffic 28 minutes. I-57, Ryan to I-80, slow go 16 minutes. Update Dan Ryan, downtown at 95th. There is an accident that was cleared. Dan Ryan at 59th Street. Bishop Ford, Ryan to I-80, 94, stop and go traffic due to road work, 22 minutes. Stevenson, DuSable, Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State, stop and go traffic an hour and 3 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolftown Post Office, stop and go traffic 45 minutes. Kennedy, downtown to O'Hare, is at a snail speed 47 minutes. And Eden's Moncho, Slate Cook, smooth sailing 16 minutes. Your weather for today, Chicago, very comfortable. High of 72 and a low of 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. High of 77 and a low of 63. In our city, it's currently 72 degrees and partly cloudy. I'm Logan Page, and that's your traffic and weather update on WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Stay with me, and we'll see my arms.
All right, guys. No. I thought I was. You're gonna bring us back. See, okay.
Wait a minute.
This is what we
my
discuss
gracious.
between the breaks.
Atiba, get well.
No, take your time. But I do want to make sure that everybody knows that WVON is on the road again. And this time we're taking you to Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes.
That's October 8th through the 12th. Introducing the Rufus Williams Travel Club in partnership with Advantage International. Charleston isn't just another trip. It's a cultural experience. So you guys, obviously you're going to be going from the roots of Gullah Geechee heritage to the International African American Museum, plus food, history, and waterfront views that hit different. Space is limited, and these will move fast. So lock your spot now. Go to WVON.com and click the Rufus Williams Travel Club banner. You missed it yesterday. I was talking about how would a road trip be if I was in the car with Rufus?
You know what? I was just thinking the same.
Were you?
Spending the time.
What do you think it would be like? Be honest.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if we would have much to say.
You know what?
I turn up the radio. I love Rufus. We talk on the phone, but I can picture.
What are y'all talking on the phone about?
Well, we talk about the shows.
Sure.
Absolutely. Hey, Rufus is dynamic at 7 in the morning. I'm not getting up that early.
I get you.
Yeah, but,
Absolutely.
But it would be a quiet ride.
He has some very interesting, good guests.
Yeah.
You know, one of the great things about being mature or seasoned is you have a bank of people that who are subject matter experts. And speaking of which, we have none other than Desmond Walker, who's a subject matter expert as it relates to digital marketing.
Mm-hmm.
What's
that was good. That was good.
The first thing
you didn't tell him the name of the show though.
The first thing that somebody who's AI illiterate, why should they get down with Desmond Walker and his company? Narrogant. Am I saying that right? Narratant.
You were thinking about yourself. Arrogant. Narratant.
Yeah. Touche. What is the confident? What is what does narrogant mean?
So narratant is actually a me and Alan go back and forth on how to pronounce this, but a portmanteau of the word narrative and the word content merged together.
Right.
So we combined both words because we believe that would be a more interesting name than Walker Shelton Marketing, our names. And that's how we added that word to the dictionary.
Were you all drinking lemon water or whiskey and
probably a little bit of both?
And you probably checked the domain to see what was available.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And now that's trademarked.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
That's smart.
Yep.
You know, I did ask people to call in and nominate someone who is 40 under 40. But they're probably going through their phones going, wait, no, they're older than 40. They're 41, 49. But what do you say to those young people out there that did what you did? They took a chance. They got in their car. They jumped on I-57, ended up in Chicago, and they saw the lights.
Yep.
Or even someone who sees the lights every day and may not notice them. What do you say to them when coming from one game changer to another?
The gap between the dream and the possibilities is a lot more narrow than you may believe, right? I think that we often see people that we believe are in a different class than we are, a different weight class or caliber, be it a person or a big company, big brand.
Right.
And we see these big stages and we believe that we're too far from that reality. So dream big, and you'll realize as you get into the right rooms, you reach the right people, that the dream and the reality are all the same thing. It's just a matter of, I think, putting in the work, right? And lastly, understand too that I think how we see ourselves, it can be a lot differently than how the world sees us. And so that imposter syndrome thing is always an uphill climb.
I hate that.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I remember my question.
You did?
Yes. Why do so many young Black entrepreneurs struggle to get support until they receive an award? Why does it take an award for them to finally get recognized, finally be validated, for them to finally get some support?
Yeah, LaDonna, I think it's that social proof thing, right? And what I mean by that is the same way if we're thinking about going to a restaurant we've never been to before, and we go onto that Yelp page and we see, that business being validated.
I struggle with Yelp. I think we run to and tell it
Yeah,
when it
I'm
comes
not
to
a
Yelp.
big Yelp fan. But
Yeah. Did you finish your answer though?
Yeah, because I want to hear more.
I mean,
about that validation.
where I'm really getting at is that I think just we as humans, we innately need to see it done first, right, in order to get behind it. And oftentimes that's unfortunate, but I think in the case of an award, right, it's easier to see that, oh, someone else believes in that person.
So why should
I should
I?
believe. Yeah, exactly.
Ken?
And your company is super special because
so I think in our case, we're special in a lot of different ways, but in this case, and as a matter of fact, I'll bring this into how we got into this conversation about the 2026 game changers. Is that in 2024 I was recognized as a game changer, right? But now we're actually helping bring in the next class.
That's right.
With
that's right.
WVON, right?
Yep.
And so that happened very, very organically by us just doing what we do, right? And
By being a game changer.
By being a game changer. And so it was interesting, Ken and LaDonna, because just weeks after the 2024 game changer ceremony, I ran into Melody at an event. I ran into Melody Span Cooper at the Urban League Gala. in 2024. And so that one served as a nice icebreaker to say, hey, I was just a game changer. Nice to meet you.
Excellent.
And so that's just something that we do because that's what you have to do.
Right.
You have to be in the right rooms, meeting the right people, and not just, as Melody told us, not just eating chicken right at these events.
Yeah.
And so we've, over that time, built a very organic relationship with Melody and WVON and Midway Broadcasting as a whole, to the extent that this year, as it came time to kick off the planning season for this year's Game Changers event, Melody asked us to come in as a partner and help kind of reinvigorate the vision for how we recognize these 40 game changers.
Nice.
That's excellent.
I'm so excited. I love the young people. I want to ask you so much more. Our time is always running.
I had data center questions to ask for you. I had sort of new generation.
You got somewhere to be?
We here.
Oh, that's what I thought, because I want to know, why is there such a gap between the younger generation and the older generation? Like, why aren't we talking?
Or is there?
No, there is. We know it.
Well,
why are we pretending like we don't know?
You trying to kidnap this man on the other side of the break for another 15, 20 minutes?
I am. Consider it done, guys. We'll be right back. But you got to hit those phone lines because, again, I said there's a gap because the phone lines are open. 773-591-1690. Talk to the young people. What do you want to ask them? Anything at all. Okay, right here on the afternoon show on WVON 1690. We'll be back.
Wishing you well this afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here are your news headlines. Bright red invasive crayfish spotted in Chicago River. 4 beluga whales arrive at Shedd Aquarium. Trial of Rapper includes his verses. And WNBA announces 3-point contest lineup for All-Star Weekend. National news from the Black Information Network is up next on Chicago's only urban talk radio station, 1690 AM WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
I'm Mike Island on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network. A black pastor is praying trust can be restored in the Wilmington, Delaware Police Department. A black 19-year-old, Kadir Skinner, was reportedly shot in the back and killed by a police officer after he was spotted with a gun as he stepped out of his home. Reverend Dre Bland of Shiloh Baptist Church.
There is public distrust of the Wilmington Police Department. And we believe that transparency is how that public trust is restored. We don't believe transparency is the enemy.
A $25 million lawsuit, an August rally, and a call for transparency were announced at a recent press conference, NBC 10 says. A district attorney's office in Tennessee is saying no charges will be filed in the death of a man who was shot and killed by federal officers at a Burger King 2 months ago. According to Fox 13, the shooting took place in Memphis on May 13th. The Memphis Safe Task Force went there to serve a warrant when 41-year-old Darren Pigram reached for his gun in his waistband, leading a DEA agent to open fire on the African-American. Andre Walton, the family attorney, tells Fox 13 he was not pleased with the court's decision of no charges being filed in this case.
I was disappointed, somewhat surprised, especially when you start helping families and representing this family for several months now, and we were disappointed in the conclusion that was reached by the DA's office.
Attorney Walton, also African-American, says there could have been a different outcome in the decision had there been more video of the incident. He said that was a big missing piece that could have made a big change.
We do not have all the footage. And quite frankly, and this is part of our communications, we hope to receive additional footage that maybe the DA's office didn't even have, or if they did have it, that had not been processed.
The DA's office said the shooting was justified after reviewing the evidence and applying Tennessee law. A family is mourning and also creating awareness of mental health resources. According to ABC6, a man accused of killing his aunt has been charged with murder. David Holmes, the 31-year-old nephew of Randall Bowman, the family says, has been battling mental health issues, which they say played a role in Bowman's death. Holmes lived at the house with her. Police found Bowman dead, wrapped in a rug in her basement with wounds. Bowman's sister, Tracy Kane, tells ABC6 about the African-American family's predicament.
It's just tragedy across the board. You know, my sister's dead and my nephew's in jail for it.
Kane says Bowman wanted Holmes to be at the house with her.
She wanted him there, even though she was a little scared. She didn't want him to have to be walking the streets with schizophrenia and you know, at the shelters and things of that nature. That's not what she wanted. And pretty much she sacrificed her life for that.
The family says they tried in every way to get Holmes the proper support. The family feels that more needs to be done systemically to change how mental health crises are handled, ABC6 says. Mississippi Senator Roger Wicker is renewing his call for military forces to destroy Iran's conventional military capabilities. The Republican Senate Armed Services Chairman told reporters this week he hopes the U.S. will finish the job since he's against further negotiations with Tehran. I'm Mike Island on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
See something suspicious? Say something. OEMC has your back. Pick up your phone and call 911 for police or fire. Enjoy the festival safely. Keep Chicago safe.
Ada S. McKinley has a fantastic early learning and childcare program for kids from birth to age 5. Give your child a strong start. Quality childcare at 13 locations. Free and affordable options. Full days that are convenient for parents. Home-based services for expectant moms and their kids. And they welcome children with disabilities. Limited space available. Enroll now. Call 773-780-0050 or visit adasmckinley.org.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-575-8935. 800-575-8935. That's 800-575-8935.
It's Matt McGill.
President Trump participating in the dignified transfer of the bodies of people who were lost in battle. What the hell are we doing putting people in harm's way? Why we got an 18-year-old in harm's way? This girl just graduated from high school. But some of y'all got the nerve to defend Donald Trump? Really? It's a damn shame, man.
Weekdays at noon on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This report is brought to you by RockAuto.com. A bent tie rod can quickly bring a drive to a halt. For parts needed to get back on the road, visit RockAuto.com. Find a wide selection of quality parts at reliably low prices, delivered right at your door. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Hey, Chicago. Hey, I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. Dan Ryan, downtown at 95th, stop and go traffic, 28 minutes. I-57, Ryan to I-80, slow go, 16 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan to I-80, 94, there is an accident reported. Bishop Ford at 159th Street. And there is stop and go traffic due to road work, 22 minutes. Stevenson, DuSable, Lakeshore Drive. To the Tri-State, there was an earlier accident, Stevenson at Damon Avenue. There's also an accident on the right shoulder, Stevenson at California Avenue, 15 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolfville Post Office, stop and go traffic, 38 minutes. Kennedy, downtown to O'Hare, stop and go traffic, 45 minutes. And Eden's, Montrose Lake Cook, smooth sailing, 16 minutes. Your weather for today, Chicago, very comfortable. High of 72 and a low of 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. High of 77 and a low of 63. It's currently 73 degrees. And partly cloudy. I'm Logan Page, and that's your traffic and weather update on WVON 1690 AM.
From the Xfinity Studios at WVON, it's Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, 1690 WVON.
Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. golden. Living my life like it's 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 golden.
It is golden, guys. You're listening to the afternoon show with LaDonna Raeh and Ken Dunkin.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, I like how you said that. Hey, y'all. Hey. And then, of course, we have in studio Mr. Desmond Walker. It's great to have you in here. And congratulations again on 2024. But I want to talk to our audience for a second because we did mention the gap. And you were like, what gap? Do you think there's a gap? Do you think there's a gap between the older generation and the newer generations?
There always is. All right. It's
not
hard.
When I was coming up, I didn't think.
You don't think so?
I don't.
Tell me more. What do you think?
No, I asked the question, but you know,
I want your perspective.
Well, when I was coming up there, we talked to the older people, and I was told to put a handle on it. I couldn't call you Bessie.
First name.
Right. I had to say Miss Bessie or Uncle Martin, or you know what I'm saying? I had to always put a handle on it. And there was a level of respect. You would never hear me cuss in front of an elder.
Yeah.
There were just certain things you didn't do in front of an elder. So there was always that connection of respect when it came to the elders. Now I see people, I see generations so disrespectful towards the older generation that they threaten them. They cuss in front of them. They disrespect them in every which way. And of course they don't talk to them.
Yep.
So I'm asking you, being under 40, what is it? What's missing? What do you think is missing? And this is very random. It has nothing to do with the award that you received, the 40 under 40 game changers coming up. It's just, I got you in the room. So I feel like rather than, let that question go, I'll ask you while you're here.
For sure. I mean, I have one vantage point, right? But that is guidance. At the end of the day, I think that when I think about older folks, they tend to forget that they were in that same seat at some point in time. And what does that actually mean? That means that they were ignorant, they were uneducated, and they were inexperienced. And for that reason, I think for their part in it, it requires them to realize, hey, maybe someone hasn't come along yet for that young person and said, come here real quick. Let me tell you how this is supposed to go. I don't know if that question is asked enough, right? Exhibit A, yesterday I had a conversation with one of our interns at Narrative. This kid, he's in high school. He's 17 years old, going into his junior year at a high school here in Chicago. And that conversation centered around the fact that he had overslept the day before and wasn't able to make it to his internship that day. And it wasn't so much about him being in that situation as it was the professionalism and the way he communicated that he was not able to make it in that day. You don't send, your supervisor, your manager, a text casually saying, yo, yo, Desmond, can I work from home today? I overslept. Right. Just as one, not to put him, on blast, but that's just an everyday example of, rather than, throwing the hammer down on him and saying you messed up, I'm going to tell you messed up. But at the same time, I'm going to ask you simply, has anyone ever explained to you how to properly send a professional email?
Right. Or, bedside manners, as we would call them.
Yeah, I think we assume that they know, that they should know.
Some of the soft skills. And, I think that's, first off, thank you for acknowledging that and knowing that you were at that mental or that age before. Because, hell, you and I can speak for myself. I had a tremendous deficit in understanding soft or business protocol skill set. That is something that we tend to take for granted, believe it or not.
For sure.
I have a question for you. The data centers, that is all the rage of conversations. We all love AI. We all want our Netflix, our computers to be spot on, our phones to be sharp. Data centers have been around since day one. I'm just curious, what is your take on this new establishment of them and the, sort of its footprint that we are seeing nowadays?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, there's a lot going on in the landscape of artificial intelligence right now. Oftentimes, we're looking at it from a consumer-facing perspective, like we were talking about a minute ago, all the different tools that you can use when it comes to AI. But there's also the business side of AI right now, and on that side of things, there's I'll call it an arms race right now from so many different ends, whether it's building the products themselves that are powered by this technology or the infrastructure, right, that's creating pathways for products to exist that are AI based. And that's what the data centers are. That's one part to it. There are literally companies out here that are investing in just the real estate to build data centers.
Was a major cost.
Yeah.
And not just cost as in money, cost as in resources. This planet, there's a major cost.
So we also heard that about 5G, and I'll let you before that 3G and then 5G. We heard some of the dynamics between that as well.
And that wasn't a myth. That wasn't a myth. When 5G came, we're talking about fiber optics and how things are transported as far as data. And now we have, if you take a look at the numbers, isn't the number of diagnosed cancer situations in certain neighborhoods, communities, areas, demographics, they have risen. And nobody's really fully tying the pieces together to say, maybe if this, then that. It was mentioned and everybody was up in arms, but where's the circle back data? Because why is it that I know 5 families that are affected by the same ailments in the same community?
Yeah.
Why is that?
When I was elected, I ran across that very, very similar scenario in the Washington Park court. I heard something very similar based off of environmental toxicity, i.e. racism behind that as well. But that's is that a byproduct, what we're hearing with 5G and data center development and sustaining of developing nations? And does it have to be that way?
Yeah. For me, I say it's hard to tell right now. I think the jury is still out in a lot of ways. I think bottom line is, again, these companies are in an arms race right now to make a bet on who's going to be right or who's going to be first or who's going to put their money in the right place to win at the end of the day. And so I know there's a lot of compromise that comes with that, be it environmentally, like you said, how that impacts socially, right? And we're not trying to, when I say we, I don't know who I'm referring to,
right.
No one wants to be left behind at the end of the day, and no one wants to be on the short end of the stick. You know what I mean? And the reality is no one truly knows how this is all going to play out.
Or do they? I think Trump has a time machine. I always say that. I think he knows what's going to happen, but he doesn't care. Okay, so we're going to take another break. Is this an actual caller? Okay, probably not. Hold on. We're going to go to traffic and weather, and when we come back, I got some more questions for you, but I don't want to do random Louis here. I want to structure this, and I want our callers to think about how we can bring the two or the gap in the generation divide together, because we're always talking about what we need to do, but we're not necessarily talking about solutions so that we can get them done. Guys, you're listening to the afternoon show. LaDonna Raeh, Ken Dunkin. We'll be right back.
More from Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Some people wait for the future, others build it. WVON proudly presents the 2026 40 Game Changers Under 40. This year, it's a compass celebrating the navigators of next. Do you know an entrepreneur, community change agent, rising executive, educator, innovator, or a creator who is 40 or under and doing great work to help shape the future of Chicago? Or is that someone you? Now through July 17th, we're taking nominations. Visit 40gamechangers.com to submit your nominee. And then keep listening for updates on this year's exciting celebration. In 2026, our compass is on the navigators of next, because Chicago's future belongs to the people bold enough to lead it. Sponsored by BMO.
Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley, inviting you to join me weekdays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here on WVON. I am bringing you a national perspective on all the happenings in the Black community and, of course, politics. It's talk radio for us, by us, and this is where America listens.
It's Tavis Smiley, weekdays from 6 to 9 p.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com. A failed strut can turn any drive into a rough ride. When it's time for repairs, Rock Auto makes finding the right part easy. Shop name brands at lower prices and have parts shipped directly to your door. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
All right. It's the afternoon show with LaDonna Raeh. Listen, let me ask you a question, Ken.
Yes.
What do you do to unplug from the news? Because it's always we were just talking about data centers, and of course we have,
and now it's on.
It's totally on. Yeah, it's on the network. So
Right.
we get to read the headlines here. But what do you do to unplug real quick?
You know what? After this, I'm going to head to the gym. I'm going to work out with one of my children, and I like comedians.
Okay.
So I may listen to a comedian, and do some other things. Well,
What about Vaughn TV?
Vaughn TV.
You ever watch Vaughn TV?
Who says I did? I don't. Why do you say that? What you mean?
No, I'm asking. I said, do you ever watch Vaughn TV?
Why
'Cause
not?
Because I want you to go to Vaughn.tv. We're gonna do a watch party.
That'll be great.
Yeah, we're gonna do a watch party, a watch off, and see
Watch
who
off,
can
watch
watch
off.
the most films on Vaughn TV. Why not? Guys,
Yes.
you're listening to the afternoon show. In the building, we have Desmond Walker. And he is, look, we have just bombarded him with a whole bunch of questions. And Ken, you asked him about these data centers, and we went into the deep, and I'm like, but Desmond knows exactly what is being said, even in his generation and his thought process, along with his business that he has built from the ground up, along with his partner. So, in watching the headline that we just saw, where artificial intelligence data centers have emerged as a flashpoint in the 2026 Florida am I saying that right? Gubernatorial. Yeah, I'm trying to read that. Gubernatorial. There we go.
Okay.
Race driven by widespread.
gubernatorial.
Thank you. Goodness. Help
us,
me.
Lord.
Help a sister out.
You don't know the political lexicon? That's my job.
What? To mess up? I mess up all day.
I'm
Driven by
clear.
widespread public backlash over their massive water and electricity demands, candidates across both parties are debating how or if to allow these hyperscale facilities into the state. Now, we were just looking at Representative Byron Donalds. He's a Republican, the GOP front runner,
Florida.
right? The GOP front runner initially supported the developments, but has shifted to a more cautious approach following backlash. He introduced federal legislation aimed at forcing data centers to rely entirely on private electricity and water rather than the public grid. What say you?
I say he better say and do what he needs to say to get elected to be the first Black governor of the state of Florida.
Mm.
Can you imagine? And so he's done enough party alignment with the people, and so they can't say he's been called multiple names by a lot of Black folk nationwide. But at the end of the day, Congressman Donald,
Why do they call him names? Because he's a Republican?
Black folk whose voices that we hear
Mhm.
in public media, if they're not a part of the political Democrat elite, then you are the bad person that they can think of. But the reality is, elected officials, they have to represent their respective constituency
Right,
in
the
their
people.
district, whether it's black, white, with
Exactly.
conservative, liberal, or whatever. They are paid to represent a district's perspective, not someone's personal perspective. And Congressman Donald is doing just that. And so, man, listen, I don't mess with nobody's pockets or their destiny. He is successful as a first black congressman in the district that he represents, and God bless him. You know, we don't have to agree on every damn thing. You and I don't even do that, but we can respect each other.
That's true. I like that. You know what he said? He said, if you talk to these guys who are building these data centers, if it means that they have to pick up the utility costs, they're more than willing to do it. Absolutely, because they want to make money. They want to move forward. They don't.
Well, there's
want
also a
anything
demand for it.
Absolutely.
Especially in your arena. You're a
Yeah.
computer scientist.
No, I'm not a computer scientist.
Well, you were.
Okay.
Well, what are you?
You
You study. Even my man. Listen, our guest.
I don't have my master's. Okay, I have my
Okay.
bachelor's. However, I am very much in tune with technology and what it takes to run it.
Right.
Okay. And this right here, it's busting at the seams, but it was busting at the seams
a long time ago.
right?
And here's a perfect segue to Brother Desmond Walker. His livelihood depends, like yours and ours, but especially his, on the cloud, variations of the cloud. And that's what a data center is. And what say you?
Say that again.
What is there? Are we just manufacturing sort of this data center hype because it's a handful of folks? Some places are welcoming them. They're bringing they're relieving a lot of city tax dollars from a lot of local organizations and governments in Texas, parts of the city of Chicago. A data center is coming here. It's water pressure is not going to be a problem. Yeah, but it's going to be on Lakeshore Drive with an old, decrepit, or closed down plant. And I think something needs to happen over there where the values of that community, the monetary value of the cost, the housing should improve. People want to see equity grow in their investment. I don't see anything wrong with communities developing and moving upward. What say you?
Yeah, I think that when it comes to that investment, we're often looking at the investment as just the numbers that are right in front of us,
Right.
particularly the ones that have dollar signs attached to them, and not enough the consequences that come after that, right? I think we're too focused right now on 2026 and less 2056, right? Because in many cases, the reality is the decision makers won't be around, right?
Absolutely.
To incur whatever those
Sure.
consequences will be.
Yeah.
So I think that's something to think about. And with AI being the topic in particular, again, I think that we're in a position where we may be building more capacity than there may actually be demand for when it all shakes down to it.
Good point.
Well, I tell you what, before we let you go, I want to ask you something that you might be comfortable with answering. But circling back to the 40 under 40 game changers,
Sure.
Who didn't make the list that should have?
The nominations are open.
Brother, you know he's not going to answer that.
Nominations are open until July 30th. So it's wide open right now, LaDonna. We're focused on getting people, into the conversation and on the consideration table more than cutting anyone out at this point. So we need 40. We need 40 game changers. We need 40 game changers under 40.
All right. Well, you remind me of politics right there. You
Well,
just
he
went
skirted
right
that.
around it.
Was that a spin?
No, here's the question. What are you going to do, Mr. Desmond Walker, Narratent founder, along with your guy here, to market and get people excited about the new class of 40 under 40?
Absolutely. So 40gamechangers.com that's the base. That's where you can find all the criteria for nominations. That's where you can take the action to nominate your neighbor, your colleague, your friend, or your spouse. And so that's the place to be.
But they have to be under 40.
They have to be under 40. We will be
Checking
requiring
ID.
IDs, birth certificate uploads. We need proof.
Okay. All right. I love it. Thank you so much, Desmond. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Yep.
Thank you for bringing us through all of this rigmarole. And I'm sorry you had to put up with Ken, but we will see you when you come back again. And we're going to go to news, traffic, and weather a little bit early right now.
A little early?
Yeah, just a little bit early right now so we can play catch up, guys. And congratulations to our 5 winners.
Wow, name them.
I don't have their names, but
gotta
I do want
name
to
them.
congratulate them. I'm sure he'll give it to me. But we're going to go to news, traffic, and weather, and we'll be right back.
In July, Vaughn TV has your summer watch list covered. Go behind the headlines with the official launch of Portraits in Color, featuring candid conversations with music executive Matthew Knowles, community leader Jotaka Edie, and actress Danielle Truitt.
My family's very proud. It was very cool to, when the show first came out and to see myself in those credits, with dun, 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 and be like, that's me. That's crazy, It is very cool to be a part of the legacy of Law and Order now.
And that's just the beginning. Premiering this month, Serenity, Strength, and Style with Sylvia Ewing and Friends, a fresh new series featuring inspiring conversations about health, wellness, creativity, and living life to the fullest. This July, there's something for everyone on Vaughn TV. Watch on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV Plus, the WVON app, or at Vaughn.tv. Vaughn TV, for the culture, by the culture.
Hope you're having a wonderful day, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here's happening in your local and national news. The bright red lobster-like creatures seen in the Chicago River are red swamp crawfish, an invasive species that scientists say can threaten native ecosystems. Researchers warn the crayfish are highly destructive because they outcompete native species and damage aquatic habitats. Experts are working to contain their spread, calling them one of the region's most concerning aquatic invaders. The WBEZ story is a published edition of a 2023 Curious City report highlighting the growing environmental concern. In other news, 4 beluga whales from a closed Canadian marine park are in a new home at Chicago's Shedd Aquarium. Shedd officials say they are expecting 10 more whales to arrive in the next few weeks. All of the new arrivals are female. The whales previously lived at Marine World Canada, which has 4 years faced scrutiny that its animals were in unsanitary conditions. The park closed in 2024, and Marine World officials discussed euthanizing the whales if permanent homes could not be found. And the WNBA has announced that the participants for Friday's 3-point contest at Wintrust Arena during All-Star Weekend. Former Chicago Sky player Marina Mabrey, now with the Toronto Tempo, headlines the field after leading the league with 82 made 3-pointers. Other competitors include Ryan Howard, Azzy Fudd, Bridget Carlton, Natisha Heidman, and Janelle Salon. The new Shooting Stars competition will also be held that night, with participants also to be announced. I'm Logan Page, and that's happening in your news now on WVON 1690.
Tuned in to your favorite WVON personalities on Facebook Live? Don't just watch, like it, love it, share it. Every click helps us grow the conversation and keep the community strong. So remember, like it, love it, share it, Chicago.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Shop small with Wintrust Bank and celebrate the heart of our community, our local businesses. Listen as we share a list of small businesses throughout our community that we can shop, dine, and support throughout the year. These businesses are the economic engine that drives our neighborhoods. Wintrust knows that. That's why they're Chicago's bank and why they're encouraging you to shop local. Keep listening for the Wintrust Community Business Spotlight campaign. With Wintrust, shopping small is a big deal.
Early detection saves lives. Ladies, if you're due for a mammogram, don't wait. Breast cancer is most treatable when it's found early. U Chicago Medicine makes it easier to take charge of your health. Eligible patients can self-schedule their mammogram online or through MyChart in just minutes. Visit uchicagomedicine.org/mammo to schedule your screening. That's uchicagomedicine.org/mammo. U Chicago Medicine at the forefront.
This report is brought to you by RockAuto.com. A bent tie rod can quickly bring a drive to a halt. For parts needed to get back on the road, visit RockAuto.com. Find a wide selection of quality parts at reliably low prices, delivered right at your door. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
WVON traffic and weather now.
I've got some updates for you with the traffic. I'm Logan Page, and here they are. Dan Ryan, downtown at 95th, slow go, 27 minutes. I-57, Ryan Tie 3-minute delay, 18 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan Tie 94, slow go due to road work, 22 minutes. Stevenson, due to Stumble, Lakeshore Drive. To the Tri-State, there is an accident on the right shoulder, Stevenson at California Avenue, and another accident on the left shoulder, Stevenson at LaGrange Road, 38 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolfville Post Office, there is an accident reported. Eisenhower, Laramie Avenue, 39 minutes. Kennedy, downtown to O'Hare, stop and go traffic, 44 minutes. And Eden, Simon Jose Cook, 1-minute delay, 17 minutes. Your weather for today, Chicago, very comfortable. I have 72 and a low of 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. I have 77 and a low of 63. It's currently 73 degrees and partly cloudy. I'm Logan Page, and that's your traffic and weather update on WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Hello, my love. I heard a kiss. I shouldn't even know that song, but I just know it.
Jam.
Welcome back. It's the afternoon show.
I wonder what they would think when they wrote this song.
Strawberry Letters 23.
This is a deep, different song.
It is. Because, wow, there's only...
And how'd you know the name of that?
Oh, I've heard it a time or two. Shazam. What can I say? Guys, LaDonna Raeh, Ken Dunkin in the building.
Right here, y'all.
That's right. And, if you're going, or should I say, if you're doing all this fun stuff, because Chicago is packed with can't miss events this weekend, and Metro is your ticket to the action. Celebrate the Chicago Gospel Music Festival at Millennium Park. Experience Pullman Road Days at Pullman National Historical Park, or cheer on basketball's biggest stars at the WNBA All-Star Game at the United Center. Skip the crowded expressways and expensive parking and ride Metro instead. With affordable fares, easy ticketing through the Ventra app, the convenient service throughout Chicagoland. Metro makes getting get there part of the fun. Look, I can't even read after these young people left. Wherever the weekend takes you, drive less and do more. Take Metro. Just take Metro.
That's smart.
It's
That's
everywhere.
smart.
It's everywhere. All right, guys. We kind of had like a salad today. We opened up with with
Not
Kim.
from hopefully it's not from Taylor Farms.
I know. Are you trying to talk about this whole breakout of this explosive diarrhea? I don't want to talk about it.
Not explosive diarrhea.
That's what they're calling it. Now, me, I've been trying to get the explosive diarrhea because I need to lose 10 pounds.
You know what? First off, that's nasty.
What? It's just
explosive diarrhea. You trying to get it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I hope there's a soap cleaner and a brush near you wherever you go to use the bathroom.
Right.
You ain't coming to my house.
No.
Exploding.
I know, but there's definitely a lot of coverage, a lot of news coverage on that. And it makes you wonder because I go to different restaurants and they have lettuce and I'm thinking, should I hold
Should I
the
explode
lettuce?
in this restaurant or should I wait till I get home?
Explode.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't get the lettuce. It's dangerous. Here's what's in the news. Google ordered to provide greater access to AI and search competitors in Europe. So European regulators are requiring Google to open portions of its services to rival AI companies and search engines under rules intended to limit big tech dominance. So if you want to know why this matters, because AI, right? Because search placement determines which businesses, news organizations, and creators get discovered. Greater competition could benefit smaller companies or expose more user data. So does Google have too much control over what people see? In your opinion, what do you think?
Absolutely. And they have their own bias.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I just want to shout out Brother Michael Coleman and Rufus McGee, Kim Washington. Thanks so much, Michael Coleman, because I would have never known the title of that Strawberry Letter 23, written by Shugal Otis. I just want to know what the hell they were thinking of when they wrote that song.
Wasn't that Brothers Johnson that performed it?
Well,
but he wrote it. All right.
I don't.
Lori said yes.
So, Lori,
yeah, Brothers Johnson.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we're all good.
All right.
That's what my mom and daddy told me. But
you remember that?
Yeah, of course. It's music. Look,
they would tell you that they.
I am a music. When it comes to music, it's in my head.
Really?
I love music.
And you know the titles and the names?
Most of them, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sharp.
I know the music, but I don't necessarily know the names and the titles. But shout out. Good job.
Absolutely. So will AI search destroy website traffic? And how can local media remain visible when people receive answers without clicking links? So now you already know that the information is pushed to the top when they place an ad on Google. Right. But what you're really looking for can be buried. And that's a scary thought.
So since you know computers, and we should have asked Desmond Walker here, what is how you paid to be up those first three spots,
depending on how much you pay.
And Google, just like any other spot, Safari, etc., they have their specific bias in their algorithms, right?
Absolutely.
And so if you have white and Asian, predominantly Asian folk writing these programs, they're going to reflect whatever stereotype that they have in their head, or whoever is the local Negro that can help bring some clarity to them. That'll project itself or present itself in the search, in the algorithm.
Well, they don't make money off of that, but what they do make money off of are the sponsored postings or sponsored information. And the sponsored information has a target audience. And if you fit that target audience, then you will see and you'll be a part of those impressions.
Absolutely.
Right, absolutely. So it's not a matter of let's keep the information from these people over here. It's all about these dollars over here said that they want these people over here to see the information that we're presenting.
Yeah, but algorithms, my point is, are inherently biased of who is programming that particular.
Well, we program it.
Yeah, the programmer's bias goes into effect.
Yeah, but it goes based off of demand. It's all demand.
Well, what I'm saying is algorithms are not objective.
Right, correct.
The ad piece, and more importantly, the programming of that respective computer technology and information is biased towards the programmer. You should know that, if anybody.
Well, when you say you should know that, it's almost offensive. But I would say that when you look at programming, okay, a programmer is creating lines of code.
I meant you know that if anybody knows that, not should,
okay,
but
right. I got you. So lines of code tell the computer what to do. Computers don't know what to do. until you program them.
Exactly.
And it's a bunch of if thens. Okay. If this, then that. If this, then that. And that grows. The repositories are endless. Okay. So if you have those repositories collecting the changes or the lines of code that are written for these programs to do a specific thing, if all of these check boxes are checked, then that is what the computer is going to do, period. The software, which is also programmed, obviously, because it has to run on some type of operating system, and the operating system has to access the programming. The programming of the software tells it what makes it look pretty, and it tells you it gives you the results based on the input. It's all input. So you think that you're instead of typing, you're clicking. And we live in a click, 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 click type of world. So once you click here, it's always an if then this. And it gets to know you because you got cookies that get saved on your computer, and it knows who you are as a consumer. And it's very invasive. Like my computer knows that I'm a Black woman.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
Period.
And so, and what I'm speaking of, well, anyway, what the hell are we talking about?
I was talking about Google ordering provider Google is deciding who shows up and where through AI when it comes to competitors. Now, if you think about even Yelp, Yelp has this thing where companies that are registered with the state or on the domains or wherever in a database, they put you on the list, yes, but there's only so much information you can get unless you pay for that account. The problem is if I'm looking for a local restaurant and it could be across the street. If they did not pay Yelp and I do a search, there's no guarantee that they're going to show up, because searches are based on paid accounts more so than anything, which I think is unfair.
Wait, so you say searches are based on
paid accounts? Absolutely. I'm talking about Yelp.
In terms of priority feature or listing.
Absolutely. It's a priority listing. And you may never see the one that's across the street, but you know it's there.
Right. So what should the end user do or perform?
Go across the street.
So meaning scroll down?
Yeah, scroll down, but so here's the thing. We want everything right now.
Right.
Like I order my father Uber Eats on certain days of the week. Right. But what it does is it captures every order that I place. And I can reorder.
Those are cookies.
Right. Absolutely. I can reorder what I ordered the last time.
Yeah.
Which makes it a little bit easier. But in Yelp, you're searching for something that's within a certain mile radius, and it may not show up if it's right across the street. So
because they didn't pay for it.
Because they didn't pay for it. That's all I'm saying. But you know what will show up? That negative review. That'll show up.
Really? Why is that?
Well, because the content that is online is driven by user experience or user input.
Mm-hmm.
And when you place a review, if you get any reviews, then that will absolutely that will toggle the algorithms. Yes, no matter if it's a good one or a bad one. So that's where it matters. And when I see our brothers and sisters run and tell Yelp on a Black business, we're really doing a disservice to our Black business community.
Dirty.
Well, it's not, but it's also dirty to treat people like crap.
Well, hold on. Let's not get into making blanket statements like that about one hiccup, or if the hostess does something this way, or if the sweet potatoes.
If you don't have good customer service,
the etouffee is off today.
Right. But I went back to a business twice, and it was terrible both times.
Well, maybe the third time is the charm.
Well, the second time I called the manager on Facebook and told him what my experience was so he could correct it.
Okay.
That's what we have
That's
to
fair.
do.
That's fair. But I don't want to give a disproportionate amount of negative disposition towards an establishment, because we vote with our feet.
We vote with our dollars.
But McDonald's, TGI Friday.
Oh, why is it 5:48? I'm sorry.
Can
you hold that? Can you hold it?
You
Or
know
are you
I'm not gonna be-
explosive right now? Guys, we're going to traffic and weather. We'll be right back. And we're going to go straight to the phone lines.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
Relax. We are cutting our bill in half.
What?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Mobile also says we can try it free for a year. Free.
Yes, with no commitment. Can we put the saw away?
I am reluctant. But we will find another being to bisect.
That's not sci-fi. It's Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Some people wait for the future, others build it. WVON proudly presents the 2026 40 Game Changers Under 40. This year, it's a compass celebrating the navigators of next. Do you know an entrepreneur, community change agent, rising executive, educator, innovator, or a creator who is 40 or under and doing great work to help shape the future of Chicago? Or is that someone you? Now through July 17th, we're taking nominations. Visit 40gamechangers.com to submit your nominee. And then keep listening for updates on this year's exciting celebration. In 2026, our compass is on the navigators of next, because Chicago's future belongs to the people bold enough to lead it. Sponsored by BMO.
It's Rufus Williams. Every weekday morning from 7 to 9, I break down what's really going on, politics, power, and the people shaping our communities. Think of it like your morning newspaper, headlines, context, and what it actually means. So you can take it in, sit with it, and move smarter through your day. If you're part of the Roo Crew, you already know. And if you're watching on Facebook Live, the comments are a whole other show. A family reunion happening in real time. Listen live or on the WVON app, or join us on Facebook Live. It's the Rufus Williams Show, weekdays 7 to 9, right here on 1690 WVON.
This report is brought to you by RockAuto.com. A bent tie rod can quickly bring a drive to a halt. For parts needed to get back on the road, visit RockAuto.com. Find a wide selection of quality parts at reliably low prices, delivered right at your door. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
WVON traffic and weather now.
Good Wednesday afternoon, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. Dan Ryan, downtown 95th, stop and go traffic. 30 minutes, I-57, Ryan I-80, no delays, 15 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan I-80, 94, slow go due to road work. 20 minutes, Stevenson, DuSable, Lakeshore Drive. To the Tri-State, there is an accident on the right shoulder, Stevenson at California Avenue, 35 minutes. Also, please be cautious. There is an accident on the left shoulder, Stevenson at LaGrange Road. Eisenhower, Wolftown Post Office, please be cautious. There is an accident reported. Eisenhower at Laramie Avenue, 37 minutes. Kennedy, downtown to O'Hare, stop and go traffic, 41 minutes. And Edens, Montrose Lake Cook, Smooth Sealy, 18 minutes. Your weather for today, Chicago, very comfortable, high of 72 and a low of 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 77 and a low of 63. It's currently 72 degrees and partly cloudy. I'm Logan Page, and that's your traffic and weather update on WVON 1690 AM.
Now back to Atiba Buchanan and LaDonna Raeh on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Welcome back. Titus, you're killing it today. I love it. This is the afternoon show. LaDonna Raeh, Ken Dunkin.
Hey.
You know, he was at home resting.
Recovering, rebounding.
Yes, he is rebounding very well and very nicely. Let's go straight to the phone lines. Let's go to Bianchi. Thank you so much for waiting and your patience. What you got for us?
Well, let's talk about AI in a sense in the future. The future is going to bring a lot of nanotechnology.
Yes.
Where you'd be able to inject robots in your bloodstream that would hunt, seek out, and destroy cancer cells. Now, also, data centers, which now consist of sprawling acreage, at some point in the future will be about the size of your household washer or dryer. And another thing, too, there's luminous technology. I don't know where you ate lunch today, Ken, but let's say you ate at a Burger King and you sat at a booth. Well, sitting at that booth, you leave your biological luminance, which is basically a fingerprint of who you are. And it's measurable until it dissipates. It's measurable for a given amount of time. That's like geostationary satellites can look down upon a crowd and detect not only their facial features, but also that same biological luminance. And we can say, well, there's LaDonna right there. She was here.
The biological.
So that's what the future is going to behold.
Explain what the biological luminance is.
Your cells give off a radiation. And within that radiation is you, your makeup, your social security number, whatever. And it's just like when a planet explodes, well, you can detect that that planet was in this certain area at one point in time for quite a while. It just don't all of a sudden disappear. Everything is alive. Elephants can hear at an audible about 40 hertz. The human ear can't detect anything that's that low. I think the lowest that the human ear can detect is probably 80. That's why elephants can hear things off 20 miles or more, whereas a human being can't do it. So that's what's going to happen. And this country is going to move toward Star Trek society. What you see on Star Trek is going to become a reality. It has to be. And the negative stuff, LaDonna, that you hear about data center, a lot of that is produced by China, who don't want to see America get so far ahead of them that they can't catch up.
I know
Don't you love the intelligence of
absolutely.
the callers? Thank you, Bianchi.
It's always
Excellent.
a contest. All right, let's go to Ernest. Ernest, you're live on VON. Thank you. Thank you for waiting.
You're welcome. I was the one who called a week or two ago about taking the AI. AI courses for Amazon.
Yes, AWS.
They are going great. They are going great, and I don't see the fear. I think the fear is overblown. I think the fear is almost by design from people who, like I said, who don't understand computer science, data engineering, or AI. I think that we would do a disservice to our children just because we won't be as smart as they are to hold them back. I really believe we are the problem. We are the problem. I think like when Cornelius Vanderbilt constructed the railroads, there were 1,000 railroads at the time, but he controlled 40% of them. We need to stop complaining and have a Tech Tuesday. If y'all got Relationship Thursday, have a Tech Tuesday or something like that.
I like that.
Where we can actually inspire our young people. Please, let's embrace this and let's get off this negativity of AI and data centers. Let's quit consuming all this data. That's why you need the data center.
Right?
We're crazy consumers. Of data.
Hoarders.
Insatiable.
Ernest, hold on. I'm going to
Consumers.
get your contact
Excellent,
information.
excellent point.
Hold on, okay?
Ernest.
Thank you. All right. Hey, Ron, you're live, and thank you so much for waiting.
Hey, LaDonna Ken. So now that Save a Lot is closed, so what's going to happen?
5 stores.
6.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead, Ron. What?
No, so the city, put $13 million into those stores?
They did.
Mainly, so now what?
Yellow Banana, they terminated their license, and they're out of Ohio.
The CEO,
and they
the
decided
CEO died.
He died. Yes,
or was
he died.
killed.
He's dead. I don't know.
Let me say this real quick. We can't deal with AI. We can't keep a grocery store. I remember, oh man, on 71st and Kane, I remember the gentleman's name. But they are no, so black folks, they had no grocery store. $13 million in saying that we were going to stop, the food. Guess what?
Can I ask you a question?
Mhm.
Have you ever been into a Save-A-Lot?
Oh no.
Okay.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you, I
hate to crap
go to
on
the
it.
best grocery
Yeah,
store.
I bet you
And
do.
I'm not trying to promote them.
Yeah.
It's
The
a
food was
jewel.
garbage. I'm sorry.
And no, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
And I'm partial because I started working at Jewel in 77. The Jewel on 95th and Stone Island, best store in the community. And its stability is high and properly, but you have to keep, but here's the thing. You have to keep theft down.
See, that's the conversation people don't have.
Well, yeah, we've tried to have that, and then people say, "Oh, it ain't got nothing to do with it still," because Walgreens closed down. Absolutely.
And see, these places, and these are not nonprofits.
That's right.
They're into providing a product. But if we keep having theft, we don't have quality and respect. So I just wanted to say that. So I don't know how we gonna deal with AI, and we cannot even keep a grocery store open. You all have a good evening. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you, Ron. You took us right up to the end of the show. But absolutely, guys, keep them coming. I love you all for just tuning in with us on WVON 1690. This was kind of one of those like liquid shows ever. Okay.
Fluid.
Very fluid. Okay. Guys, you're listening to the afternoon show, and you have listened to the afternoon show. Congratulations to Pam Morris Walton for her Pam Morris Walton Day this Saturday at the Gospel Fest.
So proud
on
of her.
Saturday. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. And we're going to keep saying it. We're going to keep talking about it, and we're going to keep pushing it.
And
she made me feel good today.
She's always been amazing.
Yeah.
At 77 years young. And shout out to the Facebook Live folk. Brother Brand, I see you. Michael, Coleman, Preston, etc. and so forth. Kim, thank you. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so.
Invite me back.
Yeah, tomorrow's Relationship Thursday
juicy.
with Cheryl Grace. I can't wait,
That
guys.
should be fun.
Yeah. And don't forget, email me, LaDonna@WVON.com. I've gotten a couple of emails. I'm reading them. I'm situating them. Let's get some ideas from you. We want to hear from you. What do you want to talk about? Yeah, that's it. We're going to go. LaDonna Raeh signing off. Ken Dunkin, you're out of here. Bye-bye for now.
Good evening, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here are your news headlines. Social Security payments will look different for some recipients in August 2026. McDonald's debuts new Honey Brown Butter Breakfast Biscuit. House passes short-term government funding bill. And Taco Bell rolls out lettuce-free deal after cyclopsoriasis outbreak. National news from the Black Information Network is up next on Chicago's only urban talk radio station, 1690 AM WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
I'm Mike Island on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network. A black pastor is praying trust can be restored in the Wilmington, Delaware Police Department. A black 19-year-old, Kadir Skinner, was reportedly shot in the back and killed by a police officer after he was spotted with a gun as he stepped out of his home. Reverend Dre Bland of Shiloh Baptist Church.
There is public distrust of the Wilmington Police Department. And we believe that transparency is how that public trust is restored. We don't believe transparency is the enemy.
A $25 million lawsuit, an August rally, and a call for transparency were announced at a recent press conference, NBC 10 says. A district attorney's office in Tennessee is saying no charges will be filed in the death of a man who was shot and killed by federal officers at a Burger King 2 months ago. According to Fox 13, the shooting took place in Memphis on May 13th. The Memphis Safe Task Force went there to serve a warrant when 41-year-old Darren Pigram reached for his gun in his waistband, leading a DEA agent to open fire on the African-American. Andre Walton, the family attorney, tells Fox 13 he was not pleased with the court's decision of no charges being filed in this case.
I was disappointed, somewhat surprised, especially when you start, helping families and